We're just over here doing like creative shit, making stuff. But
Strip Mario Kart.
I used to play that shit with Jefferson and Gurman, so I hate that idea.
What, wow, really? That's weird, and creepy.
That is very weird.
What, strip Mario Kart with Jefferson and Gurman?
Yeah, that's a little weird, dude.
Yeah,
that's why I played the game with, man. What do you want me to say, man? I don't like it any more than you guys like it.
Wow.
What?
All right. So thanks, Gary. Thank you for the questions. Moving on. Chris Gardner asks,
what is so fucking funny about that? I don't even. What is so fucking funny?
Mario Kart with Gurman.
No, you were asking if strip Mario Kart was the next fucking trend, and I said, well, I played Mario Kart.
No, you said I have it recorded. You have it. You said I played strip Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's what the next trend is. I was asking a question. Strip Mario Kart with Jefferson and Gurman. That's who I played Mario Kart with.
Your inflection made it sound like it was a statement.
It sounded. We interpret it as you saying that you already played strip Mario Kart with them, and that's why you hate that idea.
And then you're like, I don't like it any more than you guys.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Like they tied you up and made you do it.
Welcome. You are now tuned into the official podcast of the Daywalker.
The Daywalker.
Yeah. He has all the powers of the nerd, but yet the weakest.
Starring Jed Vargo.
Shut up, Wesley. What's wrong with you, Jed? These people don't care who you are. It's a fucking clown. I understand. Nailed it. Well, because Transformers are fucking cool.
Levy Curry.
My body's a temple. It's time I started treating it that way. I actually really like that game a lot. Reports of my veganism are highly exaggerated because all she sees is superhero dick.
And your host, Mike Kincaid.
You know, I can be a little bit of a hothead. That's a good bad cop right there. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I think we're badass, dude.
So it's time to put on your big boy pants.
Like a child. Yeah, you're like a little kid, man.
Is that what she really sounded like?
Yes. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready. It's time for the Blackout and Shout podcast.
So you want me to host then, Levy? You want to
yes,
kick
please.
back and relax?
Yeah, you're in, Jed.
All right, so episode 91, everybody. Hey.
91?
Blackout and Shout shown. Yeah, 91, man. 8 more. Or 9 more.
Wow.
Staying on top of the math there. New math.
Go math.
New math. 9 more till episode 100.
New base 8 system we're using.
Yes. So yeah, 91. So let's start with Levy. Since Levy's riding the wave in. How you feeling today, Levy?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling okay. Like, you know.
You were supposed to work tomorrow morning at 3:00, right? Or 4:00, and you got
something like that.
You say
yeah,
that, don't have to come in anymore.
No, that was canceled due to coronavirus. Just getting real.
Do you know what wasn't canceled but was opened? That case of beer that you got sitting next to you, I bet, right?
Yeah. So, so no, I don't have to work tomorrow now. In fact, we had several physical inventories scheduled in the coming weeks. And from what I understand, they've all but one for sure has been canceled.
Really?
So, yeah, like the one tomorrow has been pushed back to like May 2nd. But then the other one was like canceled outright. We're not going to have to do it at all. Now, I guess what they're going to do is they're going to spread it out over a 7-week period where they're going to do counts and stuff. I don't know how it was.
What, the virus?
No, the physical inventory.
Okay. I wasn't really listening to you. I was just going, yeah. And then you said spread it out.
Right.
I thought you meant the virus.
Right. Yeah. Spread it. Yeah. So like, I guess there's like one more that hasn't been canceled, and that's supposed to be for next weekend. But I have a feeling that might get canceled too.
Cool. So you're taking it easy, relaxing.
I'm gonna take advantage of tonight and just have a little fun with some alcohol.
Are you gonna come all sloppy drunk upstairs and just try to wake April up like, hey, hey?
Well, I was gonna do that if I wasn't drinking. So Did I ever tell you about the one time when I came home from work? This is back when I used to work on or nights.
Levy, just remember what Dave Chappelle said. It's not rape if it's feet.
What? What? I don't think that's how that works. But anyway,
Jed, I can picture him. I can picture Levy like coming up, right? And he gets down to his fucking underwear and he shows up in the doorway and she sees him and he's just silhouetted in the doorway and he leaves one of those farts slips out and it's like one of those real high pitched squeakers that just goes for 15 seconds.
He's standing in the doorway. He's got one arm up on the door frame. You got the shark, stuffed shark in the other arm. Hear the music cue on. I've been feeling.
You guys ever see that video of that guy that farted, where the caption said, "Did you ever hear a fart shift gears?" And
I have. I have.
Sounded like an engine, and then it sounded like he shifted gears. And the whole time he's just looking at the camera. This girl's right behind him. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Nope. Can't say I've seen that.
That was pretty good.
So I really interrupted your story. What was it again? Something about
that's right. So I used to work overnight, and April was working. I think second shift at the time. This is back when she used to work for T-Mobile. And so when I got home that morning, I was feeling it, So I came home. I went in the bedroom, stood down on my skivvies, and I go to crawl on top of her. She's dead asleep. All of a sudden, she's just like, her eyes shoot. So, what the fuck?
I would react the same exact way.
Huh?
I said I would react the same way. So
let's move on.
Let's move on. So
yeah, that was funny.
To my virtual right, my kinky virtual celebrity.
Oh, he's back.
Little sweet coming out of retirement, just passing through.
It's the Little Sweet reunion tour. Like he's just him with himself.
Yeah, 47,000 shares.
Oh, 60-something thousand now.
Oh, it's 60-some thousand. So, Mike, I hear you're famous.
I think no, that's completely untrue. I think Vanessa's side boob is famous.
Oh yeah, so 66,500 shares are for that, and the other 500 is for you. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Lori said that she would like you to print out that picture and sign it.
Yeah,
would you like to have an autograph?
Yo, that would be some shit if you had a picture of me in my underwear on your wall before Levy just had the 1984 box art on his wall. Like, look at you. It's a picture of Mike in his underwear, man. Mm-hmm.
I read something. They said being popular on Facebook is kind of like sitting at the cool table in a mental hospital. Nah, I'm jealous, of course. So, but the other thing too, Lev, notice how he listed out all the websites that he has and everything that he does, and not once anywhere is there the Blackout and Shout show listed. I think he actually has.
I couldn't help but notice that.
I think he actually has his old place of employment for our site.
Yeah, but that's how old that is, man. That's how old that is.
It's really weird how some things just like take off out of nowhere. And
I think that's really, really strange in this case. I mean, side boob.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Side boob.
Right.
I think the side boob added to it. How about you give me a little credit for being creative, Levy?
It's side boob.
So what's up, Mike? Besides your fame and fortune and glory.
So I got laid off last Friday, and now I'm going back this Monday.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm like 60-40. Like, of course, I'm glad to be going back to work and being able to make money and all that shit like that. But just like shit's fucking weird out there, man. Had a whole list of like all the industries and yeses or nos whether or not you were able to still continue physical activity. And printing was actually taken off the list, the original list, which is why I've been going all weekend. And then yesterday, I think I put back on. So
really,
yeah,
everybody needs that Chuck Norris shirt.
Everybody needs that political junk mail,
Yeah,
that's a necessity.
Yeah. So I don't know. So we'll see what goes on. I mean, you know what? I don't know how long it's going to be. It might even be where I go back for a little while and I get laid off in here. I just don't.
But you know what?
Anything right now.
For the time being, you're essential. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Right.
Now we can look down on everyone who's not essential.
Blackout shout essential. I've been essential since forever.
Yeah,
I think every job I've
network
had so far
IT,
has been
right?
essential. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, a telecommunications company, got to keep the network up, got to keep the internet flowing.
Yeah.
Got to keep the phones ringing, all that shit. So.
I'm part of the food supply chain.
So,
all the stuff that you see in the grocery store, that's me.
So what's with all the bread being out? Are you guys grabbing like
bread's not my department, buddy?
We grabbing boxes of toilet paper on your way home from work?
Yeah, you have to talk to Americold about that. Bread's not my department.
I don't do bread.
Yeah, I don't do bread.
Put your fucking boss on. I'll straighten him out.
So, me, not so much everything. It's been actually kind of a boring, past week. Kind of went really quick, which was odd. Past 2 weeks went really fast.
See, you know what, Jed? It's been the exact opposite for me, dude. I feel like it's fucking dragging. And it's not because I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm still keeping busy, but I
think it's just been the same old shit for me. So I'm always at home. I never leave the house. So
he was social distancing before it was, trending.
Yeah, right.
I was. It's called being a hermit. Yeah, the only time I really came out of the house was when I come down to the show. And that was it. So, but I tell you what, the kids and the wife, man, they are driving me fucking nuts. I swear to God. I'm finding ways to social distance within my own home.
See, you always say this shit to us, man, and I don't want to laugh because I don't want you to be nuts, but I always find myself cracking the fuck up, so I apologize.
Yeah, man, I'm just like, she's upstairs, I'm downstairs. She'll come down, I'll go up. I'll stay in the bathroom for 45 minutes.
Jesus.
Got to shit like 3-4 times a day.
You like Danny Glover and what was it, Lethal Weapon 2, sit on the shitter for until his legs went numb and shit.
So let's move on. Shout outs and hauls. Let you go first, since you are the man.
Shout out to everybody that's just kind of sitting at home, social distancing, doing their part. We're all in this together, so kudos to everybody that's doing what they can to keep from spreading this thing.
Yeah, that's the opposite of my wife. She's been going out every day. Typical millennial. Can't fucking sit on her ass. She said to me, what did she say to me earlier? She saw an article. She's like, yeah, that the possibility there was chances that you could have gotten the coronavirus like back in December or January or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I think when I was sick, I might have had the coronavirus. I was like, yeah. I said, I think that it drops your IQ and makes you fucking stupid too. You probably had it for sure.
It's like, I like how we've actually, this is like a new segment on the show where Jed
runs his wife down,
crushes the old lady. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Jed gaslighting his wife. Jed gaslighting his wife. Anyway, Levy, go ahead. I'm sorry. So shout out to everybody staying home, unlike my wife.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the healthcare workers out there. So keep up the good fight.
Absolutely.
As far as hauls go, I got my G.I. Joe Snake Eyes from Hasbro Pulse.
How good is that, Levy?
That figure's fucking amazing, dude.
Wasn't the box nice? Just the box itself?
Yeah.
Take the slipcover off, and it's like, man, this is a really nice feeling type of quality box.
For $40.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get all of that. You got like the fucking premium packaging. You got the all the extra accessories. You got import figure like Bandai fucking Mafex level articulation.
Yeah, when you took the figure out of your
for $40.
box, when you slid it out of the box, and pulled it out of the plastic, and you felt it for the first time, you had the weight and the feeling of it. You're like, this is quality. You're like, you're like, wow, this is really good quality. This is not a Marvel Legend. Is basically
the materials I think are still Marvel Legend quality because it's like that softer plastic. But I mean, aside from that, everything else is just like premium. The neck articulation is inspired. The torso articulation is inspired. The whole thing is just amazing.
I hope all the other figures are like that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. And Deathstroke just went up for pre-order today. Pretty excited for it. I think so far, if the rest are like Snake Eyes, I think this line's going to be a winner.
Did you get one or two?
I got one, and I actually picked one up for Brother Kyle. And then,
Mike. Sorry, Mike, I interrupted you.
So the Snake Eyes, man, it sounds like it was higher quality than your run-of-the-mill Marvel Legends, right?
Absolutely.
How would you describe it compared to like a Storm Collectibles? And knowing that it was, what was it, a $40 figure?
Yeah, it's a $40 figure.
Technically, it's a $20 figure. It's just you're paying an extra $20 for the box and the accessories.
Yeah, all the extra, like the weapon rack and the extra weapons and stuff.
That's a good point.
But the figure itself, yeah, I mean, all the stuff that comes in the box is going to be available in the retail version. So yeah, so technically you're right. It is a $20 figure by itself. Barring price, I think the Storm Collectibles are still better because I think they still uses better materials, even though Storm Collectibles still has like the soft rubbery skin, but that's more for like flexibility and the articulation and stuff. The materials on the Snake Eyes, it's still that soft plastic, that soft plastic that Marvel Legends uses. So like the joints are still flexible and like, you know, where I think they could get warped in the package like a Marvel Legends does. There's so many more points of articulation on this than in a Marvel Legends. Like they added a second neck joint at the base of the neck, so you can get movement there. They added a ball joint in the waist as opposed to just a swivel joint.
Mm-hmm.
So those two pieces right there are just they add so much to the figure, especially that waist joint.
That Spider-Man that I gave you shit about all the time about paying that price for, was that Mafex?
Yeah.
How would you compare it to Snake Eyes?
I think the Mafex is still better.
Okay.
But the Snake Eyes figure is definitely. For that retail figure, I'd have paid $40 for that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that too loud, Levy.
Yeah, right. But no, the figure's that good. It's that fucking good. It's probably, in my opinion, the best figure that from Hasbro that I've ever handled.
I wonder if they're gonna, like I said, do the rest of the line like that, and if they're gonna start making Marvel Legends in the same way.
Well, I did see like that new vintage Spider-Man they're gonna come out with. It doesn't have the same articulation as the Snake Eyes, but they're giving it the same torso articulation that their Power Rangers figures have, where they have the ball joint in the torso, and then the ab crunch is lower on the abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
So because they've been experimenting with that too. It's the same articulation that Beast has. Beast has that ball joint in the upper torso, and then the ab crunch the lower abdomen. So honestly, I like the G.I. Joe version, or the G.I. Joe's method better with the ball joint waist and then the higher ab crunch.
Do you know what's good about this is that on Hasbro Pulse it was like sold out like within a couple hours.
Yeah. Dude, G.I. Joe fans have been starved, man. They've been starved.
Yeah.
The Destro, I didn't hear about it until late this morning, and I went immediately to the Hasbro site and it was already sold out. I had to go to BBTS to order it. Yeah, I pre-ordered the first 3 figures during Toy Fair when they first went up. I'm curious to see who the next figure is, but I have a feeling it's just going to be the retail version of Snake Eyes. But
I feel like it's going to be a Cobra guy.
I hope so,
because I'd like to see
Baroness.
3 Joes. You know, I feel like they're going to try to maybe keep it balanced as we move through the waves and stuff.
I'd like to see Baroness.
Yeah, I don't think they would do Cobra. I don't think they're going to come out of the gate swinging with both of those guys right away.
Yeah, with Cobra Commander.
Right.
Either that, or they might actually just include the Cobra Trooper. So. Oh
man, gonna need 3 of those, Levy.
3.
There's a lot more. Yeah, 3's.
Try like 10.
When I true build, I do 3 at a time.
$200.
Here's a wave of 8 Cobra Trooper figures in a wave, and your build a figure is a Cobra Trooper.
Well, you know what though? Hopefully, what they do.
The Cobra Trooper is a build figure.
Well, hopefully they'll do what they did with the Hydra soldiers on Hasbro Pulse, where they sell them for like $15, maybe as like an army building edition.
That'd be good.
Them and the bats.
Mm-hmm. When we hit 100, we should become the #1 Beast Wars podcast and G.I. Joe podcast. We just hit all 3: Beast Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe podcast.
G.I. Joe, just the trifecta.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody we know will think it's funny, but like to the person that just happens along, like, man, these guys are dickheads, man.
Hey, you guys listen to Blackout Shout? Oh, you mean the #1 Beast Wars podcast? No, the #1 G.I. Joe podcast. Isn't
Why
it
not both?
Yeah.
It's like the old commercial for Reese's or whatever, like, or they would have somebody walking with the chocolate and run into the guy with the peanut butter.
Hey, you got your G.I. Joe and my Beast Wars. Hey, you got your Beast Wars and my G.I. Joe. What else did you got, Levy?
Anubis came in from TV League.
Anubis.
Yeah, Anubis, Lord of the Underworld. So he's a 1/6 scale figure using the TV League / Fison seamless body. So
is he atomically correct?
No. No.
Wait, Anubis was a jackal, right?
Yeah.
Wait, was it a dog or a jackal head?
Well,
Jackal head.
Yeah.
Jackal, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Tell me
Yeah,
more
he
about
wasn't
it.
too much of a pain. He wasn't too much of a pain to assemble either, because there were some pieces you had to assemble on him. So, but no, he's a pretty awesome figure. And I got
you put like the headdress on and all that shit.
Well, the headdress itself is sculpted onto the head, but okay. I had to put in the those long earrings that he has. I had to actually put them in, and the hole was a little bit smaller than the post, so that was kind of a pain.
You said it's fully posable, right?
The articulation on those things almost rival that of the actual human body.
Can he lick his balls? You, Mr. Internet Celebrity?
I did not get anything new this week. I didn't get anything this week or last week, whatever, last 2 weeks. I recorded the X-Men theme song on the acoustic, and I made a little video and put that up on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page.
And I wasted no time calling that show trash.
Yo, I said something to Vanessa. I was like, dude, I can't wait. I should have did like a Vegas over-under, like how long it was going to take. I'm like, Levy's going to come on here, and he's gonna tell me, like, it sounded good, but that show was complete shit. You're disappointed. And you didn't see it, but Jared Bell, Bird Gang Jared Bell, commented, I think, in the realm of collectors, he's like, any second now, Levy will be along to say that this show's trash. And then I sent him the screenshot of you saying that it was trash like hours ago.
That's funny.
Yeah. And I don't know if I said anything about it on the last show. I don't think I had it done by that time, but I finished that Bombshell, the Bombshell t-shirt, and that's now up in the Do Not Buy section of the Dragon Star shop.
Right next to Truck Norris.
Right next to Truck. You know what, man? One of these days, I don't know when it's going to happen, but like at one of these shows, somebody's going to come up and that's going to be their two-part. They're going to get Truck Norris and Bombshell, and they're going to walk off, and I'm going to be like, man, that dude is going to be pissed tomorrow morning when he wakes up with a clear head.
You remember when Chris Jericho freaking I guess you talked to him at this one show or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You said you talked to him. How funny would it have been if he had bought like a Truck Norris shirt and then wore it like out to like an AEW match? Yeah,
but if he was getting anything, he would have got that boomstick shirt. That's what he was after.
Oh yeah,
so he was after that boomstick shirt.
Yeah, but then you should show him, hey, check out this Truck Norris shirt, and then he'd be like, dude, that's fucking wild, man. And he'd wear it like out to like his next match in AEW.
If you buy a boomstick shirt, you get a Truck Norris
shirt for free,
and a bob,
off, at least,
and a bab, both for free. Buy one, get two free.
Oh, that's not getting crazy. How much profit?
Yeah, what you should,
I'm paying, like, every time somebody buys 3 shirts, I pay them $1.
You need to make the ultimate shirt. So put Truck Norris on the front and put Bob on the back,
or have Bob Shell painting Truck Norris.
Perfect.
Yo, you know what's kind of funny?
Perfection, Levy.
I could actually do like I could do custom Bob Shell shirts, and like people could request what they want on the canvas. Like that, I would do. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would request a Truck Norris.
You gotta make sure you put in your profile, Bob Shell commissions open.
Should I? Hey, when I'll get the 2 tables, and like one will be the Bob Shell table, and just be a cardboard cutout, and we'll just cut the mouth out, and we'll just have Jed stand behind it and fucking insult people while they're walking by. All pissed off, like the exact opposite of what Bob Rosswood did, you know.
But then Jed will be like, "What do I say to these people?" And then we'd be like, "Just pretend they're all your wife."
But yeah, so anyway, Bob Shell's up on the website. It's actually in the robot shop. I don't want anyone looking for the not buy section. It's not really there.
Run to your website and purchase one.
Purchase one.
And post a picture that you've purchased this.
I do got to put up some sale stuff though one of these days, but whatever. That's for another date. Shout out to Vanessa for being a good sport. It's kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Levy's got 2.5 beers in him and shit. Look at him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm looking at that picture right now, and I don't have any pants on. Just so you know.
Do you have 6,000 comments to go through to see who's been real creepy about it and who hasn't?
Nah, I gave up on that real quick. Like, it was funny when it first started out or whatever, but then after a while, like, dude, I don't feel like reading all this shit, man. Go to town, people.
Like, how soon did you start to notice that picture was getting around?
Well, I put it up just in this Mortal Kombat group.
Uh-huh.
So I put it up in the Mortal Kombat. It was actually the Mortal Kombat 11 group.
Yeah.
And it got shared a little bit out of there. And then, like, within the next couple hours, like, I looked down and I saw it was at one point was at like 700, and me and Vanessa were getting changed. We were actually getting to Chuck Norris right here, man, on the toes. We were getting ready to exercise a little bit. And by the time I got my shoes on, I looked at my phone and it was at 800. And it was literally like 2 or 3 minutes. And I'm like, well, that's crazy, you know? And I just kind of put the phone down. We worked out maybe like 45 minutes, an hour later, I got on there and it was around 1,500. And I'm like, yo, this thing is going to go all over the fucking place. And you could tell by how fast it was going. Because I had other stuff, like the Chuck Norris one was actually, that one I think got shared maybe like 300 times. And I think the tracks, like where I did the tracks with the breakdancers and shit, that one got shared like 400 times. And the movie poster and the 1984 box, they were all like a couple hundred. And I remember the pace that they were going at, and I saw the pace that this thing was moving at. And I'm like, man, this thing all over the fucking place. And then people started telling me, like, my friends would tell me that their friends that don't know me and Vanessa were like sharing it. Like, it was getting around that much. It was weird, man. It was weird.
Yeah, I came downstairs, I checked my messages and my email, and then I went upstairs and I brushed my teeth, and I came back and there was like 2,000 more shares in like 10 minutes. Yeah, it was nuts.
It was at 30 when I woke up this morning around 7. It was at 35,000 at 7, and I'm looking at right now just a little bit more than 12 hours later, and it's at 71, almost 72. This is crazy, man. And you know what? It's all just bullshit. It's like, it's not like it was a song or a shirt design or some shit that was gonna make some money. It's just like, man, great. I mean, it's fun. You know what? I don't want to sound overly cheesy, but really, it's weird fucking times, man. So I'm glad we make that many people fucking laugh, and I think we got a lot of games. So we were doing the Lord's work a little bit there. But, yeah. So
as your X-Men video gets the wake of it with an extra 50 or something.
Yeah, you know what it has? I was just telling her that I'm looking at it. It has 134 shares, and on a normal day, I would have saw that and be like, yeah, man, that's fucking pretty good, man. I'm like, dude,
you guys, should.
Everybody's looking at your picture like, this guy's kind of pretty funny. Let's check out what's he got.
You know, it'd be really cool if he was on a podcast. It's too bad he doesn't do a podcast.
Yeah.
Should I just put the podcast link on it? They for Strip Mortal Kombat, www.blackoutandshout.com.
Yeah, but you should be sure to paste it over Vanessa's side boob.
Yeah, put on like a tattoo.
That's hate mail. You're just trying to get hate mail, man.
Put the Blackout and Shout. Update the picture with the Blackout and Shout logo as a tattoo on her back.
You know what you should do, Jed?
What?
Is post that to the Blackout and Shout Twitter and tweet it to Ed Boon.
Who's that?
The creator of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need to get this into the hands of the people. Those people, not any people. But yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, because you said something about, just as a goof, obviously, but dude, what if midway season they just want to like ship you a Mortal Kombat cabinet, which they won't, but it's funny as fuck.
They make it part of their next marketing campaign.
How about they would be really like wigged out? Like, all right, so what do you want, dude? I want a cabinet with Mortal Kombat 1 through 4. That's it. That's all I want. And it'll be the weirdest request they ever got.
I think you guys should like start your own TV show. Kind of like Jersey Shore, Fountain Hill edition, you know?
Yeah, but
was telling Jefferson that I said Jefferson, I said German could be Snooki.
German, yeah. You know what? I don't know enough about the characters at Jersey Shore, but I know that my friends, like the people, you know, like Chetty and German and Jefferson and a few other people would definitely be like worthy of reality TV. Untouched though, you know what I mean? Don't be fucking coming in here and trying to direct and tell everybody how. Just stand back and tape. And I promise that you'll get good shit.
Just let nature happen.
Just
let
nature happen. Let Chetty and German come in and just, you know, get them down the road of talking politics, and then just step back and fucking let it rip.
Watch the stages of natural selection happen in action.
As you can see, these two in their slow descent into the membership of the Nitwit Club.
Anyway,
yeah, shout out to Vanessa side boob.
Any other shout outs or hauls there, Mike?
No, that's it, man. That's it. That's all. That was the only stuff I got done this week. I do have a couple small things in the works, but next time on Blackout and Shout.
I
feel like I had a question for you during your haul, Jed, but then by the time we got to a spot where I could ask, I couldn't remember what it is. So I'm assuming it'll come back to me later.
Well, I didn't do my haul or shout outs yet, so
that's probably what my question was. Oh, you're right. So Jed.
Oh yes, Internet Liberty.
What did you get besides 0 shares this week?
Wow. Oh yeah, how's that Snake Eyes for in your haul there, Mike? Oh, it's not getting it till July.
Dude, you know what? It's gonna be all right, man. I'm really not that impatient. I'm really not. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get stuff and I don't even open it right away.
Yeah. Do you ever open that?
Like, don't get me wrong. I'll be fucking psyched if it fell on my doorstep tomorrow, but it doesn't totally bother me that I ain't here right this second.
Did you open that Hound or Bumblebee yet? Or you open Bumblebee? Did you open Hound? Yeah.
No, the Hound is still sitting there. It's like
mint and seal peel.
Yeah, man, seal peel. Yeah, if it was open, I would have had it out already. But it's definitely still, mint and seal peel for sure.
Wow.
I just
are you still debating?
Yeah. Well, all this shit kind of like put a damper on things because when I first started considering it, everybody like right now, everybody's kind of like watching their money a little bit. I think, rightfully so. Some people ain't working, and and you don't know what's around the corner at this point. So you're just kind of holding stand of hat a little bit. And I don't really think there's going to be a ton of money getting spent. So it's not even really the time to sell it. If I was going to sell it, and so I figured I'd just kind of, that's just another situation where I'll be patient and I'll just keep both of them. And then once everything kind of shakes out and I can see what's going on with like how much Willis is selling for, then I can figure it out. But not that it's only about the price, but I would hate to have to sell Willis for garbage money.
Mm-hmm. I haven't looked recently at all, but I think last time I saw Willis was like 400 bones or something that he was going for.
That's surprising. You're saying you saw one that was like that, or was the average that you saw?
Nah. Well, I saw him going for between 3 and 4, but the last one I saw pop up on eBay was like 400. But people post that shit real high. That was kind of like seeing the Make Toys Seekers, like saw them going for 300 a piece and Starscream for like 260.
Dude, that blew me away. That Skywarp. Somebody actually sent me a random message on. I get some whack ass random messages on the Reflector page on Instagram, and it's not anything creepy. It's just random shit, like shit I guess I needed to know. And this one dude hit me up and he goes, tried to get Skywarp Thundercracker going for like $300 a piece, and I thought he was out of his mind and shit. And I went looking, that's exactly what they were going for. And the other thing, I don't even know if I got the box, so I gotta go upstairs and look, man. That might have been one of those ones. My method of madness when I threw my boxes out was get rid of the boxes for the shit that I knew I was going to keep forever. And at that point, I was like, Willis, man, I'm going to keep that shit. It was a Fans Toys figure, pretty decent. And then that other one came out, so I might not even have that box anymore. So I don't know if that matters to people anymore like it used to, if they plan on opening it anyway. You eventually get rid of all your boxes, right, Jen?
Yeah, I started getting rid of I trashed all my Marvel Legend boxes, and then I started trashing my Player Arts Kai stuff. but like everything with play arts I've been keeping so far, because I was like keeping them in the boxes because I've been rearranging my room again and stuff, so I haven't had a chance to take them out and start smashing everything. But I got rid of all my NECA stuff. I got rid of all the Legend stuff. The only thing I really been keeping is play art stuff. That's just
I read ahead in the questions, and that was actually somebody asked you about that, about the play arts COD. But we'll get to that one.
Spoilers. Spoilers on Q&A.
Well, you were going into it anyway, so
yeah. So you want shoutouts and hauls? Should I do my shoutouts and hauls now?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Shoutouts to Doors. So he wanted me to give this a shot. So see how this goes.
Here we go.
Boom. Yeah. So boom. So like, you know, I got my playouts card ready. Yeah, you know, and I said, hey, oh no. I said, I look like say I got the cloud, a Katifa under the earth, and I said, oh boom, you know, there you go. So that is the Roadman. He sent me a video of this dude that talks like that. And he just wanted me to bust out doing it. So, but anyway.
That sounded like I'm so like I as soon as I hear a really heavy Italian accent, I automatically picture the Mario Brothers instantly.
Yeah, it wasn't Italian. I shouldn't have came across like that. It was like a cross between, I think, like African and English.
It sounded like Mario a little bit, man. Hey, I better go to Windows. Go play on the block. Come on,
my kids have Mario and Luigi, and I always mess around because we like throw them around and be like, oh no, it's Mario, what are you doing? It's, I don't know, Luigi, what are you doing? I said, I need a spaghetti. I said, what is the spaghetti? I don't know, Mario, you gonna get it? I don't know, Luigi.
Wow.
I think Levy passed out.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
he's
here.
there.
I bored him to death. Anyways, shout out to Doors. I've been talking to him lately too, so he's a cool cat. A couple of things we were talking about. He has a Q&A question for later on that I'll have to make sure to get that in there. I'll see my hauls, very special. So past 2 weeks, I was hunting down a Play Arts Red in Katsith, and I was like, you know, hitting up the group source. I was like, hey, anybody got this? You know, no, nobody has shit. And somebody's like sending me a message, oh yeah, I got this. It's still in the box, and they like send me a picture, and it's like fucking crushed. It's just like all ripped apart. I'm like, nah, I'm good, thanks. Then I'm looking on eBay, but I found this shop in Vegas that sells like video games. It's kind of like I don't think it's a chain, but it's like one of those like local shops. They had like a Red, and Cats had posted up there, so I picked that up, and they basically were showing pictures of it, like stock pictures, and then they actually emailed me and said, hey, the box is a little bit more damaged than what these pictures are. You know, do you still want it? I'm like, yeah. I said, has it been open? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, cool. I said, won't you knock off some money off the price of it, you know, since it's all messed up? But it wasn't really that messed up. It was just, you know, kind of scratched up a little bit. So they took like $20 off of it, which is kind of cool. So according to my wife, I got it for free.
I use those points.
It'll go great right next to your $20 Dinobots.
Exactly. Yep. So I got him, and then I didn't say anything about it because lately when I started mentioning things about things that I found, like something usually goes bad. Either it's not the thing that I saw in the picture I was buying, or it's fucked up and I had to return it, or, you know, it just comes trashed or something. So I shut up about it until I actually have it in my hands. So I got the original 3 Play Arts from 12 years ago. Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa were brand new, unopened, mint in the box from this shop in Australia. So that took like a week and a half to get here. But the cool thing about it was I got the box. It was like one of those boxes that was like a make-believe cardboard box. Like, so somebody had taken a cardboard box and ripped it up and then remade it into a box. And I was like, oh no, this is going to be like trash inside. Everything's going to be fucked up. But when I opened up, it was like triple bubble wrapped. And then like each thing was wrapped. And then the inside of the actual box, like where the figure box itself, was wrapped in tissue paper. So the bubble wrap wouldn't scratch the front plastic. And I was like, man, they really took the time to really wrap these things really nice. So I really appreciated that. So yeah, so I got,
what's the store?
It was on eBay. I'll have to find it. Some D2's something store. I don't know. somewhere in Australia.
I'm sure they appreciate a shout out.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. I come from a land down under. eBay, playouts, cards, and other figures. Anyway, so that those four right there completed my entire collection, play arts. So I got everything. I am complete. There's no other figures to buy. So it was a really it was like I was telling Nate, it was like a really weird feeling. It's like kind of like when you murder a man in revenge, but then you kind of get the elation of doing it, but then there's this emptiness and sadness that you have no more purpose in life. So
your legacy is secure.
So yeah, did you guys ever do that? Have you ever completed a collection where you have everything? I mean, Mike, you're pretty close. It's all the G1 stuff. The original G1
I once
stuff.
collected all 5 members of Voltron Force.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, that's the only collection I ever completed was a Voltron collection.
5 figures.
I once completed my Seekers, and I completed my Dinobots.
Yeah, that's about it. Like teams.
Now, Levi, you did the whole first season cast, didn't you? You finished that, right?
I think I'm still buying stuff to replace certain things. Like I'm waiting for that MP Sunstreaker reissue.
Yeah, but see, I feel like once he spills over into other seasons, don't you think that continues the collection?
Well, no, because I don't have an intention of completing those other seasons, but I do have season 1 complete.
Yeah, how'd that make you feel? Like when you had them all and you're like, now my whole first season's complete.
I honestly didn't realize I did it right away.
Stop it.
I honestly didn't realize I had completed the first season.
What'd you end up with? What cliff jumper you end up with?
X-Transbots. So the one with that.
So you guys have never really experienced that yet, then?
Up until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, once I did figure out I completed the first season, I was like, cool.
And then you're like, gotta buy more.
No, yeah.
Anyway, so shout out to Den 2K's Collectibles. That was the name of the shop that I got them from in Australia. So I know there's a couple people who listen from Australia. So anyway, Den 2K's Collectibles. Yeah, they were pretty awesome. I have no idea what city they're in or town. So somewhere in the Outback.
Australia City.
Somewhere in the Outback.
So I have all of my play arts, and then I have all my play arts Kai Final Fantasy VII figures up to date bought. So those, and then I have Bite coming in a couple weeks with the remake and Cloud, and then whenever the other ones start coming out too, I'll get those guys. So yeah, it was a good feeling to have all those finally. So now I can move back to Transformers Masterpiece, pick up the ones that I'm missing. So I got Marvel Legends, the Venom, that Build-A-Figure, that repaint.
The deluxe.
Yeah, did you get that? Did you order it?
It's in my BBTS loop.
I got I was a little sad about it because the Build-A-Figure I have is like ratcheted, the abs crunch, but this one is not. It's like it's just like real soft and like up and down, and I'm like probably like got a shady version of it or something, but it still works. It's just not the same.
You don't have that satisfying click,
right? And I got another Play Arts Kai Alien. I have the 10.5-inch Play Arts Kai Predator, so the Alien maybe like a little bit smaller, but that's okay. They're going to be like the side aliens, like he's like basically the pose is going to be like him holding one by the neck with the the Wolverine spikes out in his hand and the other one attacking. So and that's all I got. You guys move to the news?
Yeah.
I just want to back up into your now I know, dude, I foresaw that I was going to have to ask you about something that you referred to, but you said something about the place in Australia. We got a sound clip out of Tattoo Lee back in the day, and now we have our sound clip out of Doors. I think Alan Grant needs to send us something. Dr. Alan.
Yes.
Grant. We need
absolutely.
We need a clip out of him.
He needs to send us a clip of Jurassic Park lens.
Well, the cool part is
Grant.
I'm sure, Alan, you're listening, but I can just hold your Snake Eyes fucking pieces ransom until you give us a clip. So,
wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, I won't mail them to you until. Yep, blackmail, extortion. It's probably more extortion, I think, than anything, right?
You'll get the sound clip, and it'll just be him doing his impression of your old lady.
Chad, send me my Snake Eyes.
Oh shit.
All right, news. Yeah, nerd news.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, did you hear that Curly Neal died?
Yes.
He was 77 years old, American basketball player for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, man.
He's been with them for forever and a day.
I remember him from the Scooby-Doo cartoons.
Yep.
I remember seeing him when I was a kid when I saw the Harlem Globetrotters.
Though you saw him in personally, I never saw him. I know the Philadelphia Owls played against them, like in a charity thing.
What was the team that we used to move on? The Generals, the Washington Generals.
Washington Generals, yeah.
Yeah.
The 0-400.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, my dentist, he used to be in college basketball for Philly down Temple.
Yeah.
And he told me he played against those guys, the Harlem Globetrotters. That's how I know the whole Owls thing played against them.
Yeah.
He said it's funny you think that they're not good.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but they're really good basketball players.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, I bet they are, dude. I bet they are. I bet you if me and a couple friends played whatever remaining Globetrotters there are, like right now at whatever age they are, they will whoop our asses.
And then make you pancakes.
It makes game.
Yeah, he was a
Trotters.
I remember from Scooby-Doo. I think they had their own cartoon there for a year.
Oh,
or
yeah.
two.
Well, do you remember the Bionic Globetrotters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only now that you re-mentioned it.
Yeah.
That was a freakish show. Like, Curly became an actual anthropomorphic basketball. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He became a basketball with fucking arms and legs, man, and a face.
And all those guys voiced that cartoon too.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was original them. It wasn't any voice actors taking over for him. So here's one for you, Levy. Landon Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
He was an American video game producer and executive for Nvidia Bethesda. He was the co-founder of Gearbox Software.
Yep.
Died.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He was up in that whole like Duke Nukem, aliens, colonial marines, like class action lawsuit crap that was going down a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Were you part of that, Levy? Class action lawsuit?
No. I bought Colonial Marines, but I'm like, yeah, whatever.
You didn't feel ripped.
Oh, I did feel ripped off, but I wasn't going to go freaking suing anybody over it. It was a $60 game. You know, I didn't bother waiting for the reviews, so it's kind of on me.
I see.
So
you felt guilty?
Well, I didn't feel guilty at all. So
yeah, they did the whole Duke
I was pissed more than anything, but
didn't they take 20 years to do that Duke Nukem remake?
I think it was like 15 years
15,
or so
yeah.
to do Duke Nukem Forever, and it turned out to be just a fucking big piece of shit.
Yeah. So anyway, Landon Montgomery died. Let's see.
Oh, speaking of Colonial Marines, aliens, Colonial Marines, one of the big complaints about that game was that the alien AI was just absolute garbage and did not behave in any way that they had said that it would. And just, I think last year or 2 years ago, they discovered that the reason for that is because there was a one character error in the coding for the game. And if you went in there and edited the code in the PC version, the aliens behaved exactly like they were supposed to.
I actually did that.
Yep.
I went in there. It's basically turning a 0 to a 1, and that's all you had to do.
Yep.
That was it.
And they never patched it. And so anybody who has the game on console, shit out of luck. But if you have the PC version, I mean, it doesn't make the game really that much better, but at least the aliens behave the way they're supposed to.
It's not that great of a game anyway.
No, but I mean, at least this time, at least now the aliens don't just run at you, just get mowed down. They actually use the side tunnels. They try and flank you and shit. They actually play somewhat intelligently. So
there's a lot of mods for that game. It's a surprise. Yeah, I downloaded I tried it. I put all the mods on it. I fixed the code, and then I played it, and I was like, this is still not a very good game. I was kind of sad about it because I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, oh, this looks great. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah. I thought the multiplayer was going to be awesome, but yeah, it was all just a big piece of shit.
Rubbish.
Yeah, rubbish. No, that game rubbish.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
So continue.
Eric Weissberg was 80 years old. He was an American folk musician. He was the banjo player that played in the Dueling Banjos song.
Oh, right.
Yeah. From Deliverance. He died of complications from Alzheimer's, but yeah, he was the banjo guy that wrote that song, or the banjo part. Interesting.
Yeah.
Squeal like a piggy.
No.
Squeal like a piggy. No? All right.
No.
Anyway, I thought that was quite interesting. That
it is interesting.
That was,
it's just like that like somebody wrote that, and it became a symbol of, you know,
went viral.
Like a pig. Yeah. It's a gross piece of music.
All right, moving on. I thought I'd get more conversation with Levy about that.
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Kenny Rogers. You guys know Kenny Rogers?
Oh, yeah, I know him from Jackass.
Yeah, 81 years old.
He knows him from Jackass.
81, American Hall of Fame singer. He sang The Gambler, Just Dropped In, and Islands in the Stream.
Yeah.
He's a songwriter and actor. And people are giving shit.
The shopping cart challenge, too.
I don't know what that is. Oh, did he really?
No.
The shopping cart challenge going down the hill.
No, it was a little sketch from Mad TV, Kenny Rogers Jackass.
Stay with Bam.
No, did you ever see Kenny Rogers Jackass from Mad TV?
No.
That shit's so fucking funny.
No.
Yeah, I'll have to find it and post it in the chat. It's pretty fucking funny. They did the shopping cart challenge. They did the fucking testing self-defense weapons with like fucking cattle prods and shit. Fucking the dairy challenge.
I don't know much about Kenny Rogers. I think a lot of it's been pushed out of my brain. I think because parents like them. And
he was a singer. He sang a country singer, Hall of Fame. He sang "Islands in the Stream," "The Gambler," you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I really don't.
Levy's just giving your report back at you right now.
Yeah, I know. It's like reading it back. But I don't really know the songs. So when
you know the Gambler, yeah.
I don't. No, it's like giving me flashbacks, but bad flashbacks. I kind of remember something about him and a race car and some kids in a movie or something, maybe from the 80s. I don't know. Or those. It was like kind of like just remember him trying to adopt a bunch of kids. I don't know.
Are you sure that wasn't Stroke Race?
No, that was with Burt Reynolds when he tried to date rape Laurie Anderson.
Whoa, yeah, okay. Now it's coming into focus again.
And Jim Neighbors was like, "Oh, Stroker, you can't do that."
Yeah.
And Burt Reynolds like, "Here, drink this champagne because it knocks you out."
Oh man.
Yeah.
What was the Burt Reynolds movie? Somebody just sent me, because I'm always doing those photoshops, and somebody was like, "Yo, you got to do this one next," and sent me a picture of Burt Reynolds, and he was dressed like member of Manowar almost. Do you have any idea what movie that's from?
He's dressed like what?
He's dressed like a member of Manowar a little bit. Like he's wearing like some crazy like superhero type of like underwear and shit, and he's got like it's the strangest fucking thing, dude. And it's funny as fuck. And I know I've seen it before, but I don't know what movie it's from.
Smoking.
Does he have a stash?
I'll look it up. Yeah, he's got a mustache. I'll look it up.
Is it Smoking the Bandit?
I don't know. Might be. I don't know. I'll send it over.
I just remember him being in a chicken outfit in a Stroke Race.
Yeah, I remember that when he was shilling the fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Cannonball, or what? Yeah, was it Cannonball Run?
Cannonball Run, yeah, and Cannonball Run 2.
Where they drove the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not waiting for me to do that.
No.
So Kenny Rogers died. So
yeah, very sad.
That guy. Yeah, bad memories of my childhood from him. Anyway, I think my parents probably beat me to his songs. Flashbacks like you had, Levy there, right? Levy, you had that whole Laureate whipping with the phone, right? Or was it a radio? What was it?
It was a clock radio.
Yeah. Clock radio. That's it.
I like how Levy will tell me that story, but he won't tell me about how he should. Believe me, if I shit my pants or get beat by my mom by a clock radio, I'm telling you long before that I shit my pants than the other story.
Shit like that you don't forget, Mike. Like my mom used to take one of those old, cradle phones, and she'd hit me with that thing. She'd like throw it and fucking hit me in the head with it and shit when I was a kid. And then it would be like elastic and the cord would pull itself back. And she'd catch that shit like fucking Mjolnir.
I take from you your power. I cast you out.
Yeah, that fucking hard plastic hurts, man.
Like fucking Mjolnir.
And last but not least, Lyle Waggoner was 84. He was an American actor. He was on the Carol Burnett show, and he played Steve Trevor's on Wonder Woman.
Yep.
With almost said Lonnie Anderson. The original Wonder Woman show from the 70s. So he died of cancer.
How old?
That's it. 84.
I just had a complete stoner moment, by the way. So I'm sending you the picture in the chat. It wasn't even Burt Reynolds. It was fucking Sean Connery, and it was from a movie called Zardoz.
Okay, yeah. Then if you mentioned Sean Connery, I would mention
Burt. How'd you get Burt Reynolds and Sean Connery mixed up?
He had black hair and a mustache, man.
Okay.
From far away, it looked like Burt Reynolds with a mentor outfit.
Yeah, the only way to tell the difference between the two is when one speaks.
One's chewing gum, the other's not.
Imagine it's like a clone situation. I'm the dude with a gun, and they're like, "Nah, man, shoot him. I'm the real Burt."
Oh, shoot him!
Oh, dude, what is it?
Yeah. Nah, shoot him.
I'm lost.
I'm the guy. That's the people that died.
If you can be, you'll be out of the job.
I have one more.
Oh, okay.
Actor Mark Bloom passed away this week from coronavirus.
Do you know I had him in my list and I took him out because I thought nobody would really give a shit of who Bob the Builder was. So
What? Bob the Builder?
Yeah, Marty didn't even voice the Bob the Builder.
I don't know.
Desperately Seeking Susan. Is that the Mark Bloom you're talking about?
Yeah. I don't see him doing anything but no, Mark Bloom.
Oh.
He was in Desperately Seeking Susan, Crocodile Dundee, The Presidio.
Oh, yeah.
Dundee.
See, I didn't think like anybody that listens to our show know who the hell that is. I mean,
he was on Frasier. Many people have seen Crocodile Dundee.
I don't even know what his movie is. What is movie? Desperately Seeking Susan. I mean, I know I heard the title.
That was a Madonna movie
with Christopher Walken, right? And Sean Penn. Oh no, wait, that was another movie. Oh wait, was that it? No,
I think Sean Penn was in Desperately Seeking Susan. He was in one of them because she made two high profile movies in the 80s, and I think she was critically panned for both of them. But yeah, he was also on Frasier, NYPD Blue, various other things. So, but yeah, he passed away from coronavirus.
Did you know him? That character, that actor?
What are you talking about right now? No, I don't remember.
No, yeah, me either. So,
I mean, I remember him talking about Dundee.
What team Crocodile Dundee was he?
He was one of the people that worked with the lead actress at her firm or whatever. I can't remember his name in that, but I remember him.
Remember the main character? Yeah. Remember his girlfriend? Yeah. Remember the dude that worked with her?
I'm just saying. I remember the character that played in that movie.
I thought he was going to say, yeah, the dudes fucking remember Crocodile Dundee through the kind of shoot down the block and hit the dude the fucking head, man. He was thinking in this soup.
He's the guy across the street.
One of the dudes walking crossing the street while the camera was in the head.
And that's the exact logic I did when I saw his name. I looked up, I'm like, oh, he's in Crocodile Dundee. And I'm like, oh, what did he play? I'm like, I don't remember who that is. And I'm like, I don't remember that either. So
I mean, still, that's how I do.
Yeah. The other guy I was thinking of, Levy, was William Dufresne, was 62's American voice actor. He did Bob the Builder. Answer. Yeah. Sorry, I got mixed up. Sorry to step all over your death note there, Levy.
Just out of curiosity, how old was Mark Bloom?
69, I think.
Did he die from coronavirus?
Yeah.
Was he coronavirus victim? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on the trailers. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Did you guys think of the appearance? This was for you, Mike. That's awesome.
You know what? It
was so cool.
Like, what were you saying?
It seemed really cool.
Yeah. It's it might be one of those movies that only fucking middle-aged dudes that are either in bands or used to bands would really appreciate. But like, yeah, I was kind of how can you not? You're a middle-aged musician. How can you not like identify like right away with the characters in the trailer? Except for one thing.
Right.
At one part, they were like, "Man, I think we need to figure out how to do this again." And it's like, I don't know if I would agree with that because I think once you really like go with if you're in a band with somebody for long enough, as soon as you knock it off right away, I think no matter how long.
Playing in a band together after some years, I can see how it just wouldn't work out right away in the beginning. Like the one part of the trailer where he's yelling at him, he's like, "You're playing the wrong song. You're playing the wrong song."
Well, yeah, that was the part that had me like, yeah, man. I see even a little. I can see the chemistry being a little rusty, but I can't see playing the wrong goddamn songs. But anyways, that's a small detail. But other than that, yeah, it definitely seemed like a cool movie to watch. You're one of us.
When I played Gary and Pat in the 90s, that happened.
You guys were playing the wrong song?
They were playing the wrong song. I'm like, you guys are playing the wrong song.
Well, see, it does happen.
Gary was playing a different song, then Pat was playing a completely different song, and I was playing a different song. We were all playing three different songs.
Wow.
So okay, well, listen, Pat was playing the wrong song because Pat's Pat. But like, what was you and Gary's excuse?
No. I think we had different set lists written up wrong. So.
Oh, okay. So it was the opener.
Yeah, like,
you fucked the opener.
Yeah, we transitioned from one song to the next, and just like doing what's happened. He was playing, I'm like, that's wrong. And I yelled, playing the wrong song. And he yelled back at me, you're playing the wrong song. So I can see the humor and all that.
It looks fun. No, it looks fun. It looks.
The premise is that they said that the guys basically saw like all these older bands, you know, going back on reunion tours and shit, and they said, oh, we should do that too. You know, we could, you know, make it that way too.
Did it say in the trailer how long they were split up for? Or was that just kind of one of those details they left for whenever you go see the movie? They don't. But they make you believe it's basically been a pretty long. Oh yeah, what was it? 95. I think it did say it. 20 years or something. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. 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 It looks fun. That looks. I don't know what's it gonna be on. Is it gonna be a theater movie or is it gonna be like a Netflix type of thing? You know.
That's a good question, Mike. Let me look that up.
I got you. What's the name of it?
At least I got that.
Yeah. What do you got?
That is supposed to be. Let me see. On internet.
Come on, internet.
Dramatic comedy feature. New York is middle-aged 90s indie rock. Blah blah blah. It does not say.
No.
No.
Well, what I was getting at was, I don't know if it was something I would actually go see, but at some point I would watch it. It was on one of the.
I have a feeling it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those movies that comes out on digital streaming, probably like in the beginning of April or sometime like that. I have a feeling.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't think that had something that had theater written on it, really. But yeah, it should be fun. Looks something fun to watch.
Let's see. April 28th, digital release date.
April 28th.
Yep.
Word.
Didn't say where. Look at that. Look at the news.
Yeah, you're right on it.
Fake news. Anyway, let's move on. So, Solar Opposites from one of the creators of Rick and Morty. Levy, what'd you think?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
When they said, dig ol' Bix. What's that? I don't know. Some kind of human code. Even Neal chuckled at that. But yeah, that looks good. I'll definitely tune into that.
Mike?
I thought the first thing that popped into my head, and I actually had to go back and watch the first 20 or 50 seconds of it over again. Like, you know, everybody, like this, everybody always birds is me, and I go birds, everybody, whatever. I just imagine him screaming "Go Birds" as he was just killing one bird after another. Because he ran over. What did he run over? He ran over a couple pigeons, and then he hit. What did he hit?
Ostrich.
He jumped. No. Before the ostrich, he jumped across the bridge. It was across the. Made the jump across the bridge. I think he hit a goose
or something.
And he hit something like a hawk or something. And then when he hit the ground, he ran a fucking ostrich over. And I just imagine everybody yelling "Go Birds" for all that shit. Yeah. If it's by a Rick and Morty guys, man, it's gonna be funny and it's gonna be intelligent, or at least one of the guys from Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like it fits right into the Rick and Morty universe. So it could very easily just be some alternate universe that Rick and Morty could just one day visit or something.
Right.
Apparently something about like aliens crashing Earth, trying to like, you know, disguise themselves as humans, and they hate birds, or there's something about birds, how they always have to kill birds. So
it's really like is that really a thing? I thought he was just that was just happenstance, you know?
No.
Oh, so they're anti-bird, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
Maybe we'll have something where they go to an Eagles game or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let me see what it says here. It's going to be on Hulu, and that'll come out on May 8th. It's centered around a family of aliens from a better world who must take refuge in Middle America. They disagree on whether this is awful or awesome. And Justin Roiland is going to play one of the main characters. I actually could tell from his voice. I heard like with the guys. It's kind of like hearing Rick, but without, you know, the slurring and drunkiness in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, next, What We Do in Shadows Season 2. Have either of you guys watched the first season yet?
No. Not yet, but I just found out tonight it's actually on Hulu, so I'll probably watch it this weekend.
Man, you guys should.
What else is it on? Anything else?
It was on FX, I think. when it came out.
Yeah.
Or FXX or something like that.
So it could probably might be able to get it. I might be able to watch it on in demand, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because you know what?
It's funny.
That was one of the ones that slipped under the radar and shit. Like I actually wanted to watch that, and then it just kind of disappeared, and I forgot about it up until I watched this trailer. But
Did you see the original movie, Mike?
I did. Yeah. That I did. Yeah,
that movie's so good.
Yeah.
So it's not. So that's. I think that's some people get confused. Like it's not actually like their characters from the movie being like a rebooted thing in the TV series. It's actually 3 other vampires that are like kind of act the same way, that live together in a house, you know, in like New York.
Yeah.
But in one of the, is it the last episode or one of the second last episodes? They actually bring back. Yeah, they actually bring back all 3 of those guys from the movie, and Takiti Wakatiki. Whatever.
Taika Waititi. Jesus fuck. Now I just want to think you do it on purpose.
He's in it too. What's it? How do you say it again?
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
God damn it, Jed. What is wrong with you, man?
I don't know.
No, he's not fucking it up because in the manner that he's fucking it up, that would be hard to do on purpose. The way he's talking right now, man.
Say wah. Say TT.
TT.
You can't even get that right.
Tiki. TT.
TT.
Like 2 T's together? TT?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now I can visualize it. All right.
Say TT.
TT.
Wah.
TT. Wah TT?
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yes.
So Tika what TT.
Oh my god. No.
Taika Waititi.
Aha. He's infectious. Mike can't even say it.
No,
anyway, so
I don't even know what the right way is anymore between you.
Anyway, so the first season was pretty funny. I mean, it's not all home runs, but it's a decent watch.
We're watching
episodes too, so yeah. But the second season looked great because like Guillermo is like the one vampire's like, you know, slave type of, you know, the thing he does like does all the gopher shit for him. And, it's just funny. I can't really. I don't want to see too much about it because I don't remember anything from the first season. So, and that's the trailers. Move on to news. So most, if not all, TV productions have been shut down due to the coronavirus.
Yep.
But in the good side of that, a lot of movies are being released early on digital. So things that we normally wouldn't see for a few months until like regular releases are being pushed out, you know, ahead of time, either on streaming networks or, you know, within like Amazon or Netflix or whatever. But question I had for you guys was, a lot of people are saying that after this whole thing is over, after the virus is gone, and things kind of start to go back to normal, do you think that people are really going to want to go back out to the theaters again to watch movies like they did? Or do they expect that like all these studios are going to push these, you know, movies on digital streaming like a lot sooner than what they did before? And one filmmaker or director actually said that they should probably in the beginning make a lot of movies free in the theater so that attracts more people to come back out again.
Yeah.
And China had originally reopened their movie theaters. They were going to show Avengers and Avatar and a bunch of stuff, and they decided to close it all down again.
People just aren't ready.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of thinking about that, man. Like this whole thing in the past, just movies. You know, like I often wondered over the last couple of weeks how once this is all said and how it's going to affect everything. Like where, you know, right now everybody's kind of stuck and kind of doing this sort of quarantine thing. So a lot of people are working from home now that weren't working from home before, and you know, things are evolving a little bit. I'm kind of wondering what the long lasting effect is going to be like, because I don't really think it's going to snap back to normal. Not just movies. I'm talking all around. You know.
Well, from a business corporate perspective, when we all started working from home, which was a long time ago, years ago, they found, you know, corporations found out that if you could work from home, you should, because then you know you could empty a building out and you don't really need to pay the rent or leasing or, you know, utilities for that building, and you save a whole hell of a lot of money having you know, people working from home with laptops. Mm-hmm. So that might be something, because I know with the network that we had to make sure that we boosted up and added a whole lot more VPN servers and stuff like that to, you know, satisfy the new demand for people working from home.
Yeah, but you know, I also think, you know, morale would be a lot better too, because if you're working at home comfortably, you know, in a familiar environment, I think you feel better about your job than if you're in a stuffy office or impersonal cubicle all day.
Unless you have my wife supervising.
Well, there's that too. I mean,
Jed, do the dishes. I'm like, I'm working. No, you're not. You're looking at Facebook. God. So,
I think I could definitely work from home. If I was able to send it into the shop and have somebody actually run the machines like with whatever files I was doing. And I feel like the machines are like I don't want to say the end of it, but if you have the files all set up correctly, you just basically tell the printer what material they need and what machine to run it on. Like you're pretty much golden. Like I would probably be able to do that. But yeah, I'm with Eddie, man, or with both of you guys, I guess. Like if I can work from home and, just chilling in my own dining room and just doing my work and being able to listen to whatever I want to without bothering anybody, without having anyone bothering me unless it was like work related.
Yeah.
I feel like I really get a lot done. I feel like I'll get a lot done.
When I started working from home, like for the first month, I was so productive because nobody was coming over and just saying, "Hey, man, what's up? What do you need to do for lunch?
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the TV show last night? What about that episode of Lost? Blah, blah, blah." And I was just like, I didn't get any of that at all, which was cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. And to be fair, like I like the people I work with. It's not I don't like them. I just, sometimes I just want to get in the zone and do my shit.
Let me take the Tyler cue, but as a father, watching my kids, grow up, being at home every day was cool too. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go to the office 8 hours. So
going back to the movie theater thing though.
Yeah, please.
I mean, personally, I would still go to the movie theaters because I enjoy the theater experience. Especially like
which aspect?
Big blockbuster films.
The crowd response, or is it like popcorn and the soda, or
well, just like the big screen, the theater quality sound. The crowd reaction. Because I mean, really watching Endgame in a theater, I think is just much more thrilling than just sitting on your couch.
Let me tell you guys a story. When I got my Rift headset, the first couple weeks or whatever, there was an app. I forget what it's called. Big Screen, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You actually go, as we're wearing your VR headset. You actually go into a lobby. You pick a movie that's showing at a specific time, and you go into a theater and you sit down in a theater with a bunch of other people wearing VR headsets, and you hear them all laughing and stuff too at the same time. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that might replace that.
Oh, yeah,
I like the big sound and all that stuff, but you know what? This is gonna sound like I'm not people hate it, but I could definitely go for movies with nobody. Like if it was or concerts for that matter. Like if I could go to a concert in a fucking arena, right? And the band had like virtual reality goggles on that made them think that there was a giant crowd out there, but in reality it was just me by myself, and they were fucking tearing it up, dude. I would have a fucking incredible time by myself with no people around me.
Really, you wouldn't feed off the crowd reactions and just like the crowd energy?
I feed off the crowd reactions when I'm playing, but when I'm just getting into my zone and shit, listening to the band and stuff, like I just want to be by myself, like and like, don't get me wrong, I love when people get into it. I'm not even talking any shit. Like, oh man, you go to a concert, go fucking buck wild, man. You bought your ticket, go nuts, But sometimes you just get stuck in that row with the chick behind you that sounds like nails down the chalkboard, and she knows every fucking word to every song and just will not let the fucking singer sing the song. Like I can do without all that shit. All those movies a little bit of a different thing. Like I kind of think it's funny sometimes, as long as people do it tastefully, like when they're not when they're yelling every single fucking thing that happens or whatever. But there's a big moment like when Cat picks up the hammer, you know what I mean, and everyone goes fucking nuts and shit and like that kind of stuff. I like that. I do like that.
Yeah. Did you guys ever do like an NFL game with like box seats?
No. I did go to wrestling shows
with box seats.
No,
that's what I was saying. Like if you when you go to like an NFL game and you get like corporate box seats or whatever, they have like your own little room, big window. You get your own little fridge and hors d'oeuvres and all that stuff, and it's like great compared to like sitting out in the seats with everybody else. Swinging beer and getting shit spilled all over you and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like one of the plebes.
One of the plebes.
One of the peasants.
When you're up in the box, you gotta you don't go birds in the box. You're like two birds.
When you're up in the box and you're looking down, you suddenly turn to Principal Skinner. You're like,
Excuse me, sir. Jefferson, come here, please. Please go birds at this moment. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got like a dude that Go Birds is for you. That's great. You know what? In like a hypothetical, like I hit the lottery for like the big millions, like $500 million, and I have that kind of money to just like blow on really dumb stuff. I'm gonna get me a Go Birds guy. I'm just gonna pay him a salary.
Now, one thing that I won't miss from a theater is the fucking assholes who talk throughout the entire movie.
Yeah,
sure. And I got into a few conversations with people at the theater that wouldn't shut the fuck up, and I've turned around and I told them, "You shut the fuck up, please." Or where I've had to fucking like I remember one time it was me and April, we were going to see some movie, and down towards the front row, whatever, like a whole row of fucking young people were fucking just yelling and carrying on, and I just went down there and I said, "Will you please shut up? We're trying to watch a damn movie here." And they fucking threatened me. And, all right, fine. So I went out, I told the manager, and the manager came and kicked them all out. And as I went back up to my seat, and the manager came and kicked them all out, and I heard one of them say, "Yeah, you better watch yourself walking out of here." And I'm like, okay, whatever.
When he makes Levy
and then what do you do? Levy's like, "Heavens to Murgatroyd, exit stage right."
It hates when I do that shit though, but I will not tolerate people fucking talking shit.
Yeah.
I can see April being a peacemaker for sure. But everybody settle down.
No, she doesn't even. She just doesn't want me fucking saying nothing.
Just sit out in the parking lot, sitting on your car with chains. There he is. Get him.
No, nothing ever happened. They were all talk.
My worst experience was when I went to see Terminator 2 in the theater, and there was a couple that was reenacting the entire movie word for word, line for line in front of me. That was annoying.
Did you tell them to shut the fuck up?
I did. They ignored me. They didn't believe they didn't hear me. So I got a manager. I said, "Hey, blah, blah, blah," and he didn't do shit. So it was the Roxy in Northampton.
Really? Yep. That's when you decorate the walls with their blood. It's dark. No one will recognize you.
Mike, are you doing dishes? What are you doing?
I went down to get a refill on hamburger on the tuna helper.
Oh, okay. So you guys, I don't know. I think maybe like people might be afraid to go to the theater, right away, and then initially,
you know what? I'm going to disagree on that. I think when we get the okay, I think people are going to be so stir crazy they're going to just want to go out and do something.
Maybe.
And people are going to pack the restaurants. People are going to pack the movie theaters. I think it's going to be madness out there.
Yeah. Until the one person coughs and then somebody gets something. And
yeah.
Before you know it's all over.
You see a jam-packed theater, somebody coughs, and it'll just be like part of the Red Sea.
I think when we get the
right? Just go down the aisle. Oh, you sit there, and they just thanks.
Yeah.
Center aisle.
I think when we get the okay to start like going about public, I'm not talking about some bullshit date. I'm talking about like when this thing is really lit and you go back out, go back to bars, and go back to restaurants and shit. I almost feel like I feel like almost got a responsibility to do so.
Yeah.
For all the because there's a lot of businesses and a lot of like people that aren't they're not working right now, like fucking waitresses, bartenders, these people. There's a lot of people.
The entire service industry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So it's like when we get the okay, we gotta go back out there and fucking get shit fucking popping again, man.
Yeah, I tipped our Chinese delivery driver tonight $25 or 25%.
Yeah,
so good. So in other news, Diamond Distributors shut down. Diamond Distributors basically distributes like a majority of all major comic book labels. Like
I saw this. That confused me a little bit.
How so?
Well, and I don't want to spread any false information, but how long is it because of they're worried about the virus being on the product, or is it something else? Or is it just putting the workers in warehouses or whatever it is that they work?
Well, I mean, it's not really essential. It's not an essential, thing to keep open and stuff, and then have all those people that are working at warehouse and stuff, and it's basically for safety of employees and stuff.
So it was more the employees, not necessarily like they didn't want to like ship this stuff where they really ship with like virus on it. Okay, all right, that makes
sense. And you got to think too: are the publishers able to produce the titles?
Right.
That's true too. Do they have people coming in to print, make the books?
Well, I can imagine that it would just be actual production, like printing, and not so much the creation. I feel like the creation, you do that so easy anymore, you know, with people in separate places and shit.
Yeah.
Digitally.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that a majority of artists, writers, and stuff like that probably work from home.
Yeah.
You know, and then they send stuff in and collaborate that way. But I know that there's the new digital comics this past Wednesday. So just
are they gonna keep up with that, Jed? Did it say anything about that? They were gonna keep releasing digitally or no?
I didn't see anything that said they weren't. So, you know, usually they have like books done at least 2 weeks or a month out, the very least, you know, before it runs. So maybe they might hold on. I doubt it. I know like a lot of shows are doing that because, you know, they can't film, because they usually film like a few weeks ahead of time for the episodes. Right. I know a lot of the ones where they're not pushing out episodes because a lot of their CGI couldn't get done because a lot of CGI places were, you know, closed down, not essential, like in California, like Quarter Crew, right? They closed down. So other news.
Before we move on, actually, I want to go back to Weaving. One of the things that they were that's been a topic of conversation is price of these pre-release movies to put them in digital. Because Universal basically early don't be like Invisible Man and a couple of others. They're charging $20 pop to rent.
Wow, $20.
$20 for 40-hour rental. Now you got to think about though, that's about the same price as 2 movie tickets. But by the same token, you're also, when you buy that movie ticket, you're paying for for theater quality sound, theater size speaker. You know,
your ass might also be single.
That's not
for real.
You know, but it might be. So one of the questions that's been going on is like, what would you rather pay for these movies? And you know, people are saying that they'd rather pay just like $8 for you know, a rental or whatever. So
that's kind of a weird question to ask, because who's gonna say, yeah, I'm good with, I don't know, 8 seed. You know, like everyone goes low. I guess it's kind of a weird question to put out there. How much do you want to pay for our product?
Well, no, it wasn't then. It was just like a general conversation that was going around, I think. But no, like we're saying that they didn't, you know, they would think that something would be worth $8 or so, maybe $6. And I tend to agree, because like I said, you're not getting, unless you have, you know, a sound system, a giant fucking 80-inch TV at home, you know, you're not going to be getting the same viewing experience as you would at the theater.
Well, like, I'll give you an example too, Levi. Like for like people on the VR headset, you can get a big screen TV through VR, and you don't even have a TV. So basically, it emulates a giant projection screen in front of you.
Sure, but
so
people have a VR system.
A lot.
Yeah, but it's still comparatively small.
True.
Number.
I see what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, $20 for a digital download. It's not even a download; it's just a lease, right?
Yeah, it's 48-hour rental.
Well, like I'm sure there's like Fandango now. They report like highest earnings they ever had, and that's like a monthly service, isn't it?
I don't know.
Forget some. You know, if you look at these subscription services like Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever, you have a plethora of like things you can choose from, and that's only like what, $10 a month.
Yeah, but it's not first-run-year content.
True. I mean, unless you're like there are Netflix movies that they did themselves. But yeah, you're right. Like Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
You know, those things can go what, $14? Is that what the normal digital HD stuff?
Yeah, about that. 4K would probably be like 25. So, but I mean, like these are movies that would still be in theaters if you know they weren't for in the war right now. So, you know,
I think it's a good model actually, because if you have people like you who want to go to a theater and pay for the ticket and get the experience, you have it released, you can go. And if you have people who don't want to go, like Mike, who'd rather just stay at home, and I have some girl screaming behind him, you know, he pay that same price of a ticket, so they could download it, you could stream it and watch it. At the same time, you probably make more money that way if you have the same ticket. But the problem is that now all these theaters aren't making their money that they normally, because the majority of people, whatever percentage that would be, that are going to stay home and we'll watch it there.
Yeah. And so there will be a huge dip in concession sales, which is where theaters make most of their money.
God, yeah, you're right.
Well, yeah, the theaters barely get any money in terms of ticket sales. That almost all of that goes to the studios. You know, theaters they get almost all their revenue comes from concession sales.
Well, maybe they should start doing delivery service. Yeah, here's $20 for your popcorn and soda.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why freaking soda popcorn comes plus $20.
Uber that shit.
Uber Eats.
I would like some Regal popcorn and some stale ass nachos, please. So, want to move on then, Levi?
Yeah.
All right. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Firefly could be coming to Disney Plus in the future.
Yeah.
There was a survey that was sent out, I believe, in the UK. That one of the questions was, would you like to see these, on the streaming service?
Mm-hmm. And other adult-oriented content.
Right. So it's possible now that Disney owns, was that Fox?
Yep.
Fox,
yeah.
That we could possibly be seeing that coming soon.
Well, currently, Firefly's on Hulu. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe Buffy might be, but if they do that, they would have to completely remaster the Buffy HD. They would have to completely redo it because the HD treatment that they have now is god awful, utterly god awful. Like,
did they do Blu-rays of those, or is it just upscaled from DVDs?
No, it was actually an HD remaster that was done for, I believe, a TV net. No, maybe it was on Blu. I can't remember. There's actually a YouTube video I watched on it that just talked about how bad this HD remaster was because they didn't use like a bunch of scenes. They didn't use the same the proper filters. Like post-processing filters and stuff. So like there were scenes that were supposed to take place at night, but they filmed it in full daylight. So they used, filters to make it look like it was night. So like a scene where Buffy's trying, going to sleep, looks like she's going to sleep in the middle of the afternoon. There's actually, because the show was originally shot in 4:3 aspect ratio to fit standard definition televisions back of the time. When they did the HD remaster, they wanted to get the widescreen 69 ratio. So what they did was they just took the full frame of the shot and just used that. But like you end up seeing the crew and equipment on the sides. I kid you not. The scene where Buffy and Faith are fighting on the balcony of her apartment. Remember that scene? The camera pulls out of the apartment, and when it goes up, you see crew standing on the sides. And this was broadcast on television. The HD master that they did with this was just horrible effort put into this, and they need to completely redo it. If they're
they didn't start
release this on Disney Plus.
They didn't start shooting like widescreen until like Angel season 3. I think so. Or so.
Now,
2 years I think of it now.
Yeah, with Firefly, Joss Whedon originally shot that in widescreen, so that's how they were able to do a good HD remaster of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll find that video and I'll send you a link. It's actually really good video that I think you might be interested in watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Mandalorian season 2, or I should say Mike's favorite show, the Baby Yoda show.
No, see, I don't. I do. I'm gonna watch Mandalorian at some point. Like I'm watching it. I like Star Wars. I just hate Baby Yoda.
Now's the perfect time, Mike.
Oh no! They kill Baby Yoda.
Nah, there's only one season. You could like knock that out in a couple days.
I thought you were gonna tell me that they offed his ass already.
Yeah. They're gonna kill the biggest cash cow.
Can you imagine?
They have
let's throw the audience a curveball.
Life-size hot toys coming out.
Yeah. Which is amazingly enough 2 inches shorter than the Sideshow Collectibles life-size Baby Yoda. But the Hot Toys one is actually posable and has different accessories that you can switch out. The Sideshow one is actually just a statue, so with soft goods.
There's 1,000 of them. There's the ones that ears move. It moves it for goals. Yeah, we get all those for you, Mike.
Yeah, I would have if I was a billionaire, I would do 2 things. I would hire myself a Go Bird's Eye, and then I would also bar myself onto the cast of Alien and bar myself onto the script killing Baby Yoda. I'll be the most hated man in the Star Wars franchise.
Wow. Now, question about the Go Bird's Guy. Would you have him like on a shot collar so you could just kind of do it remotely with a button? So every time you shot, Go Bird.
He would be like a henchman, and so he would just kind of hang with me and shit like that. And he wouldn't really bother with nobody, and I would just have like a hand signal, like whatever. But I would have a couple different hand signals because I would have like I would want a low key Go Birds on that occasion, and then all out Go Birds. So I would probably have like maybe a medium Go Birds.
Wow. I'm so glad you do not have money to spend like that.
Frivolous money, man.
It's all evil. It's for evil. Kill Baby Yoda and enslave a man to just say words.
I had all the chicks on my Facebook page pissed off on one side because I said it was when and that Powerball was up to like 700 million, and I'm like, man, if I hit a Powerball, I'm buying every female within a 5-mile radius and buying them all fake titties.
Wow. Levy, what's the word for that? Is it misogynist? It's misogynist. Is that the correct adjective?
Maybe.
I mean, if I meant it, I guess it wouldn't be very nice.
Anyway, back to the Baby Yoda show season 2.
Sorry.
They added veteran actor Michael Biehn of Aliens and Terminator fame, Corporal Hicks.
I like to keep this for Close Encounters.
I would replace him with Mr. Bean.
So he's getting work. Also, Baby Yoda season 2 has reportedly cast Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka.
Yeah, with Baby Yoda season 2.
It's the Baby Yoda show.
It's the Baby Yoda show.
It basically is. So yes, Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson?
Yeah, Rosario Dawson cast as Ahsoka Tano. Yep. Mike, do you know who Ahsoka Tano is?
No.
He does not.
She is Anakin Skywalker's apprentice.
I saw the pictures of the actress and the character itself. So I mean, I know who you're talking about. I just don't really know the background.
Yeah, during the Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker took her on as an apprentice, though he was not granted the rank of master.
Brother Kyle is probably screaming in his car right now. How can you not know who Ahsoka is?
Is he a big Ahsoka fan?
Oh yeah. And a big Rosario Dawson fan, so it's
I'm a big Rosario Dawson fan. I'm actually a really big fan of Rosario Dawson's tits.
Yeah, you ever seen Alexander?
No,
you should.
I should
just for that.
It sounds like I should.
Yes, there's a Colin Farrell, Rosario Dawson wild scene in it.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You should get the director's cut. I think it's like 10 minutes.
I think I'll be renting Alexander this weekend. I might just go to Pornhub and watch that scene.
Do that too.
Save me $20.
New Mutants director Josh Boone. All right, this is going. New Mutants director Josh Boone says you can only go up after X-Men Dark Phoenix. When asked about the New Mutants movie,
now's the time to strike.
Yep,
that's a great line, man.
He's like, I don't have anything against the people who worked on the movie, but he's like, you can only go up after that.
That's fucking great.
So, the writer of the movie actually said that they're actually happy that there are all these delays for the movie because big superhero movie, Marvel, Avengers, Endgame and stuff came out, and there was like this big, huge, epic type of movie, and he's like, now after that's done, he's like, probably people want to see more of a smaller, kind of, type of superhero movie. And he's like, and we're going to be the first horror comics type of flick. So
that's cool, man.
And then you see Blade kind of sitting there with his hands on his hips, like that disappointed cricket fan.
And Venom, kinda, right? A little bit.
Oh, Venom sucked.
No, but I mean that's not really the point.
Was Venom horror? I never saw it, so.
I mean, it had like horror elements. It had horror elements, just like Blade did. Like I don't really know that Blade was much of a horror movie.
Venom's not really a horror movie. Venom's just rubbish.
It had horror elements.
What was scary about it?
It's not that it was like you're fucking jump out of your seat, but it was just it was the nature of the character itself. He was a fucking monster. He was a symbiotic monster from outer space that looked how he did. I mean, that's scary in itself. It's not like you jump out. I mean, did you jump out of your chair during Blade?
But then when he's like talking telling a criminal that he's going to be a turd rolling down the street, kind of takes the edge off him a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It rounds down those teeth a little bit.
Yeah. Freddie said dumb shit like that too, man.
I think when I saw Blade for the first time, I think the whole bloodbath shower scene in the beginning was kind of a little creepy for me. When they're all dancing around.
I don't know. I don't know if I call that scary, like any scarier than anything that was in Venom. I'm not even saying that Venom was scary. I'm just kind of lumping those two together as far as on the horror movie chart.
So you wouldn't call? Well, actually Blade 2 was probably scarier when the jaws and shit like opened all the way up.
Mhm.
That was pretty fucking creepy. So that was probably more horrorous than the first movie.
Yeah. And what's her name? Fucking Justin Timberlake's wife, the one from Seventh Heaven.
The one with the ass.
Jessica
Alba. No, wait, Jessica.
No, Jessica Biel.
Biel.
Jessica Biel. Yeah, Jessica Biel's performance in the third movie was pretty scary.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Jessica Biel is fucking fine as fuck.
Well, she is
man.
fine. She's fine as fuck, but god damn, she was awful in that movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I watched, what the hell was that Kevin James and Adam Sandler movie with them being firefighters? I watched that movie just for her. Just for her.
Ah, she was so fine, dude. She was so fine.
Yeah.
What was she in
anyway,
between
so-
that? She was on Seventh Heaven. What was in between Seventh Heaven and Blade? There was. I feel like there was something else, man.
Oh, there's like probably plenty of stuff.
But I mean, like something bigger, like that she been.
I don't remember.
Yeah, she was fine. News.
So that's it for the news. Speaking about movies and stuff like that, with quarantine and stuff, I watched a whole bunch of them. I saw Bloodshot. That was actually better than what the critics said it was.
You watched a bunch of what?
Movies. Bloodshot. I watched.
Oh, Bloodshot. Okay.
I thought it was good. I watched Birds of Prey. I thought that was shit. So I think Bloodshot was better than Birds of Prey. I watched Bad Boys for Life. That was all right. I watched Mute. That came out like last year. That was a Netflix movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was with Sarsgaard. I forget what his first name is. And Paul Rudd. It's a cool, nice sci-fi type of flick from the dude that directed and wrote Moon.
Okay.
So that was pretty good. And I watched Onward. That was kind of disappointing. I expected more from it. So kind of sucked. Saw Jumanji. And I watched Underwater last night. And let me tell you, it might be like
Kristen Stewart, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it might be like a lot of people say it's derivative because it's basically like kind of the Abyss and Aliens, kind of rolled into one, type stuff.
Yeah.
But I love that movie. It was so good. I really liked it a lot. I can't wait for the 4K version to come out.
Huh.
So if you guys get a chance, I mean, if you like that type of movie, because
Is that the one that was kind of set like back in the whatever 20s or some shit?
No, this is like they're in an oil rig, like under the water in the Mariana Trench.
Okay.
And TJ, what's his name? TJ
Miller.
Miller's in it and stuff.
Oh, he's still finding work.
Yeah. He wasn't really that annoying in this movie either, which is kind of good.
He was kind of blacklisted there for a while.
Oh yeah,
because of like all the shit he did.
It starts with her like brushing her teeth in the bathroom, and she's wondering why the fucking the mirror is opening up, feeling these weird noises and shit. And from there, shit explodes, and it just goes from there on. Like first 5 minutes, there's no real like I'm this person. Oh hi, how are you? Oh blah blah blah. It's like there's no setup at all. It just goes. Like I was like when you see those, like you think it's like a dream sequence, but and you like oh they wake up and then this was just going.
Nope, they're extremely. They're just going to get right into it.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Kind of like a Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites, by the way. One of my favorite fucking zombie movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're standing on the top of the mall, picking people to shoot.
Oh, that was great. Yeah. Who they say call? Who is he telling them to hit?
Burt Reynolds.
Was it Burt Reynolds? Yeah, I wanted to say that, but I didn't think I wanted it. I thought I Burt Reynolds on the brain from before.
Yeah, I highly recommend that movie. I mean, if you get a chance to watch it, I
Underwater.
Maybe you'll think it's shit, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And she didn't annoy me like I thought she would. So
no, she's actually become quite a decent actress. I think since her
Twilight
days.
Funny too. Ever since you said what was her partner? Robert Pattinson.
Is
that it? Pattinson.
Yeah.
Ever since you said like, oh, he's a good actor, blah blah, and I've been like watching a lot of movies with him, and he actually is a good actor. So
I told you.
Yeah.
There's no reason
right.
he should be stigmatized for freaking being in those awful movies like freaking 10 years ago.
Yep.
Or 15 years ago, whenever the fuck it was. He's a really good actor.
So Underwater, when it comes out, actually I think it's out on digital now, maybe, or in a week or so, and
yeah.
Going to be out on Median, I think April 14th.
Okay.
So check it out. And that's it. Levi, you got any weird news?
I have a couple stories.
We can't wait to hear one that we were talking about. Because I was going to put it in the regular news, but
which one were we talking about?
The Cats one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's actually the first. Sorry. This is entitled Release the Butthole Cut. And this one comes from Cinemaland.
Cats, I don't know if you guys have heard, but this is a talk of town about like 2 weeks ago. Cats allegedly added buttholes, then removed them, and now fans want the butthole cut. so apparently, I guess they had each of the characters had a digital butthole underneath their tail, and they, for some reason, decided to remove them. And now people want to see the butthole cut. They're calling it a butthole cut. And there's hashtag release the butthole cut, and I'd like to see the butthole cut because it'll be the only chance I'll ever
Fucking
see Taylor Swift's
hand in
butthole.
my line, yeah.
Think about it. It'll be your only chance to see Taylor Swift's butthole.
It won't be her butthole, though.
It's close.
We're gonna
enough.
have to wait a few more years for that.
Fucking close enough. And you know what? If I have to actually sit through it and see Dame Judi Dench's butthole, all the better for it.
Do you know, there's some poor fucking CGI artist out there that had the fucking
Had to make buttholes
and do that whole fucking thing. Not only make them, but then he had to remove them.
He's
like,
crying to himself.
He's like, I worked on
My life
Avatar.
wasn't supposed to be like
He's like,
this.
I worked on Avatar. I worked on fucking Star Wars, and here I am
Making
taking
buttholes.
fucking assholes, cat fucking assholes out of a movie that I put in fucking 3 months ago. I want to hear his interview.
Yeah, that would be great. No, I want to see the butthole cut. So, next one comes from Dual Shockers. This is in regards to GameStop. A lot has happened since I added this to my little list here. But as you guys may be aware, 2 weeks ago, or even, I think it was about last week, GameStop refused to close, even when given orders by local and state governments for all businesses to close. And they claimed that they were an essential business. And so they instructed their employees, if police officers came in and ordered them to shut down, that they were instructed to give them a letter from GameStop corporate explaining that they're an essential business, and if they have any questions, they are to call the GameStop corporate offices. And there was a big outcry. People were fucking pissed, especially when it came out that GameStop was really doing nothing to protect employees and customers from the spread of this disease. And
There was a corporate call that someone actually
Camelot 113, I think, maybe the YouTube channel.
Sure, I don't know.
But yeah, he had released audio from a corporate conference call and whatnot. That was very, very revealing.
Mm-hmm.
But there were stores that were supposed to be getting sanitizers and cleaning supplies. They never got any of that stuff. They were being told to. There was questions as to whether or not that they should be accepting trading games from people, because they're taking these games from. They don't know where they've been. They don't know if they could be affected. And they're being ordered to they're taking trade-ins. Yes, do we need to still take trade-ins? And they're like, yes, keep taking trade-ins.
Mm-hmm.
With and again, they don't have the necessary cleaning supplies to sanitize the stuff. So and
I know they did two
on
things.
top of this,
oh, sorry, go ahead, Lee.
oh no, I was going to say on top of this, they were refusing to close. And so in the state of Pennsylvania, where we live, Governor Tom Wolf last week, according to DualShockers.com, he revoked their business license.
Nice.
So, Governor Tom Wolf pulls GameStop's business license to operate in Pennsylvania. GameStop's a shit company. They're just they were totally willing to take advantage of the situation. Because, their sales were up. The GameStop is a failing company. They have maybe a year, maybe two left. In desperation, they hired Reddy Fils-Aimé, a former Nintendo executive, in an attempt to try and bolster the company and save the sinking ship. But because of the quarantines, because of lockdowns and stuff, GameStop has seen a surge in sales. They said this quarter was more profitable than the entire last year. Like that.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and so they wanted to try and ride this train as hard as possible. So obviously, when being told to close, that's going to put a huge damper on that. So they refused to close. They tried to get this bullshit wishy-washy story that they're an essential business. And how are you going to say that sells video games is an essential fucking business?
I like how you're going to tell the government that. Like, you're telling
yeah.
And the government's going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, no, Tom was like, no.
People need their pops. Like,
what's that?
They need their pops. You got to get their weekly pop fix.
Yeah. That's life sustaining business right there. Let me tell you.
They split up the release of Doom and Animal Crossing to 2 separate days.
Ooh.
And And I had gotten an email from them saying that they were starting their new 2-door delivery service, where if you order something, they would come to the door and give it to you, and then close the door on you at the shop. Then
a lot of people think that they were trying to delay their closure as long as possible because of the impending release of Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing on the Switch.
I believe it.
So, but eventually they did acquiesce and closed stores where they were required. But now, just today, it's been revealed that they are permanently closing 300 stores across the country.
On top of the ones they were originally closing too?
Well, no, they're permanently closed.
Right.
Those 300 stores are being shut down.
Well, they announced that like a few months ago that there was going to be so many in each state that was going to permanently close too.
Oh yeah, well no, they already closed those. These are new ones.
Okay,
these are new closures.
These are brand new ones on top of.
Okay, on top of the old ones, yeah. And
did they put a list out yet?
I haven't seen one. I haven't seen one, but yeah, like I said, this company is a sinking ship. They're doomed. They have they have another year, maybe 2 tops.
And then on top of them, like upping the charges of like rare like Marvel Legends to like $30.
Yep. You know? It's all desperation.
Yeah.
It's all desperation. They're trying to eke out as much profit as they can before they go under. And
was it a year ago
disgusting.
Was it a year ago they bought was it ThinkGeek?
They always ran ThinkGeek, but they ceased ThinkGeek's operation as a separate entity. They submerged into GameStop's operations, from what I understand. So I have a theory that if they were forced to close like all the stores because of the virus and everything, that they wouldn't go.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they're that in the hole that if they can't maintain business, that they won't be able to reopen. That's why they're desperately clinging to this. They know that if they have to shut their doors temporarily, that they'll be permanent.
It's just a failing. I mean, how do you not know that's you're not looking next blockbuster?
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Physical game media is going the way of fucking CDs, man. Music CDs, and people are buying shit digitally. That's just the way it is. Even game, not game developers, the Microsoft and Sony, the base of the console makers want, and publishers and stuff, they want to go full digital because that way you don't run into lost profits with used game sales and such. They don't want to do that because that's why the Xbox originally was going to have that restriction on used game sales or used games operating system. So, do you remember years ago, Jed, they came up with this idea to try and curtail game sales by making certain portions of the game that you could only get as downloadable content. Like remember, like Arkham City, the Cat 1 content.
I do remember that
was downloadable content. You had to, when you first saw the game, if you wanted to play Catwoman content, you had to use a code that was included in the game. But if you trade that game in, it no longer had that code, so you could buy a new code for $10 from the retailer when you bought the game, or you could buy it from the PlayStation or Xbox store.
Isn't that like the whole Game of the Year editions like started taking like point, and then you had all the downloadable content on the discs, and it was different from the original disc?
Well, no, it wasn't on discs. They just gave you download codes. Usually is how that worked.
Okay.
On those Game of the Year editions. So
gotcha.
But yeah.
What else you got, Levy?
So let's see here. So the big takeaway was from that story was Governor Wolf basically cut GameStop at the knees down by revoking their business license in Pennsylvania. So this next one I call "Won't You Be My Neighbor," and this comes from the New York Post. Weeks ago, you remember hearing stories about Italians on their balconies, just spontaneously coming out and singing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all over Facebook and social media, and it was just a great show of the resilience of human spirit, and such. Well, someone in New York recently tried doing that, and they were probably there was a quick response. So hold on a second, I get my volume down. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I singing from his balcony in Manhattan, and somebody down the street yells, "Shut the fuck up!" So, New York, you gotta love it. So I thought that's pretty funny. So that's my
Jed, that guy that was screaming, he sounded like Ali Kamal in the Jerky Boys call when he was trying to get the coupons and shit. Shut the fuck up! Trying to get the coupons.
My wife is sick. My daughter's sick. Can you offer me coupons?
Shut the fuck up!
I fucking bomb your place. The best part is when in that whole skit is when the guy on the phone just like doesn't know what to say anymore, and it's all static static. It's just
Oh yeah.
it goes shut the fuck up. Toy news.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be toy news.
Toy news. Lots of toy news, huh, Mike?
Yeah, I got some toy news. So let's start out with something we already alluded to earlier in the show, but so they revealed Destro.
Yes.
Hasbro did, I should say, in this first wave of G.I. Joe. Jesus. And this first wave of G.I. Joe figures. What do you guys think?
I think it looks great. I'm very excited for him.
Yeah. I remember hearing something about how he was supposed to not look that good. They were going to use like a model from like the first movie or something, and this looks actually really good.
Yeah, I love it, man.
I'm glad to finally see a Cobra figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do like all Joe wave, all Cobra wave, but that's good. They're mixing it up. Makes more sense. Need good guys versus the bad guys.
I agree.
I like how he comes with the suitcase, the briefcase.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that figure. I can just hear him saying, Cobra Commander.
I wonder. Let's all take guesses at the fifth one of the wave. What do you think, Levy?
I'm thinking that it might be Cobra Trooper.
I think it's going to be Baroness.
I'm thinking I'm probably with Jed on this one. I think it's going to be the Baroness too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think they want to go Cobra Commander for this next one, but I don't. But they gave you like 3 pretty solid G.I. Joe characters right out. Yeah, with Roadblock, Duke, and Scarlet. I feel like I feel like they got to come back with some if they're going to go Cobra. I feel like they got to
keep that momentum going.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Keep want to hit the ground swinging.
Well, the only reason I say that it would be different if it was a Transformers thing or a Star Wars thing or something that's been around and kind of like getting consistent. But with G.I. Joe, man, they've been starved for a long time. The G.I. Joe fans, and I think you definitely want to. You want to cut, to me, it's like setting your batting order up, man. Give me 5 good hitters right at the top.
Yeah, Baroness would be awesome. I would totally post her with my MMC Ravage.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
So
that's funny. I just said a piece of art to Mike about that like a week ago. I said, I said a piece of art like that to Mike about a week ago. I said, you should do this with Vanessa and MMC Ravage.
We're gonna have to see. Doing it with the toy might actually work out because in some ways, like that might scale right. The MMC with a Marvel Legends size Baroness, that might actually scale pretty well.
No, I think so.
Yeah,
that would be pretty badass. Yeah, I'm really interested to see who's going to be Wave 2 now. And
would you guys want to see a vehicle come out?
Absolutely. I was actually just going to say that. I'd love to see if they'd be able to do a vehicle at an affordable price. So.
I'm more curious about that than anything. Like I wouldn't be in for any vehicles and stuff, but I would be curious to see if they did any of them. But it wouldn't. So it wouldn't bother me if they didn't.
Yeah.
What gives me the inkling about that is because they released that Snow Speeder for the Black Series. Yeah. That's for Systems figures. And that's, like 120, I think it is, right?
Yeah.
And I think pre-sales has probably been good on that. But it is Star Wars, right? So if you could see like another thing coming out of the figure, like so you get like the helicopter with Wild Bill.
Yeah,
a Dragonfly for like 120.
Yeah.
I can see people buying that.
Yeah, they could do like they do with the Transformers. Like every series, they'd come out with a Titan class figure. It's like $150. You could do it like a Skyscraper or a Cobra Hiss or Dragonfly or whatever, and have that be a big vehicle, and then release some smaller ones like the ATV or those little domed hovercrafts.
Or the hang
those
gliders.
Be like $30 or something, or even charge as much as a figure for, like charge $20 for those or something, because there's not a lot of moving parts. I mean, there's probably very few moving parts in those little hover pods.
What were those Cobra hang glider things that were rocket powered called?
Yeah, those two. I mean, they could do those real cheaply. I'm sure, maybe like $15 or something.
But when you're talking like the jets that G.I. Joe had, then now you're talking, or his tanks, those are going to be a lot more money.
Yeah, like I said, they could do like one big one per wave or something. That way for like the hardcore collectors that want to get that stuff, they can afford to get it. And then because let's not kid ourselves. I mean, yeah, this is Hasbro makes children's toys, but these things are for freaking adult collectors.
Yeah, price.
I think that's going to be the majority of the people buying these things. Kids nowadays, they don't play with toys. they stopped playing toys at a younger age than we did, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
So
I would think that, but it's hard for me to say that because I don't have kids.
Yeah, and that's true. But I think
I judge on some of my neighbors' kids, like Josh. I live here, and a lot of these kids in the neighborhood kind of grew up around me and shit. So I saw them really little, to the age they are now, and they're all like teenagers and shit. And I remember seeing them at ages, earlier ages get more into like video games and stuff, as opposed to like seeing them physically playing with like toys and having action figures and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I remember myself at that age, I was still, maybe we were different, but
yeah. So my son's 7, right? But the Mike and Vanessa's kid next door, he's 8, right? So he comes over and he's into Pokemon cards. So he has a whole bunch of those. He's into playing video games and stuff too. He plays the Xbox. But when he saw, like, I had my MP36 KO out, I forget what I was doing, taking pictures of it or something like that the one time. He knew right away who that was. He's like, is that Megatron? He's like, that doesn't look like the Siege Megatron. And I was like, so he still plays with tough stuff like that too. And he's 8.
How old? 8?
8.
Yeah, that's so we started.
So I could see that some kids are still playing. And I've been in aisles before, like at Walmart, where there's parents with their kids and they want, Transformers or whatever, and they're not there. Or they want Legends,
No.
So
I get that. But I mean, I think Hasbro really is pushing these towards the adult collector, though, because they are making a huge effort on improving articulation, making sure the paint is done well. These are things usually that kids don't really. It doesn't really matter as much to.
Are you talking about? Are you basing this on that stuff that Snap's figure? Like the Legends, or what are you basing this on?
Well, I think it's just a general improved effort that they've been putting into all of their lines lately. I think they've, really, because it's the collecting community that's really vocal about these things, and so I just feel like they're really. There's still children's toys are still being made with toy guidelines and laws, in mind, obviously. But I still think that they're making these with the adult collector in mind, and just the nostalgia factor. Kids don't give a shit about the nostalgia, But
but
when you release figures of Duke and Snake Eyes and
but
Roblox,
you gotta remember there was G.I. Joe phone games, dude, that kids were playing and stuff, and a lot of those color choices were probably based on like a lot of the popular video games that are out now. Like what's the real colorful video game where they have all those characters? What the hell's it called, Levy? No, what was it?
Are you talking about a Joe game? Or are you talking about this regular video game?
No, just a regular video game. What was it? GameStop was selling the figures. Overwatch. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah. So you have like, a little bit more colors. That's why they don't have machine guns and like, camo, they're not straight up G.I. Joe. They're a little bit more futuristic weapons and kind of a little bit more colorful to kind of like, draw their attention for that. Plus they're kind of based off the phone game.
Really only Roblox has that railgun. Duke's weapons are more traditional.
Right, but it's Scarlet, and she had like the colors that they chose for those those figures.
Yeah, but her color still harkens back to her original.
And Snake Eyes is a fucking ninja, so ninjas never get old. They'll be around forever.
Here's the thing with the nostalgia part of it. I think that I think what they're trying to do is like cross market a little bit. Like if nostalgia,
sure.
I don't think they put nostalgia for the kids. That's the nostalgia part of it is obviously for the adults, but. Sure. The nostalgia being there doesn't affect kids one way or another. Yeah. Like if you go hand a 5-year-old Optimus Prime, like he doesn't give a shit that that's a heroic figure from our childhood and shit 35, 40 years ago or whatever.
Right.
He just sees it like, damn, there's a robot that turns into a truck. That's fucking cool.
I'm not saying that they're making this solely for adults. I understand that kids are going to buy these. Or kids are gonna have their parents buy them for them. I understand that. I'm just saying that I think the adult collector is a major focus on the development of these things.
I agree, but I kind of agree with Mike too. I think it's kind of like a half and half thing because I think they're aiming for a lot of kids, or they're aiming for parents who remember that shit, and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy this for fucking Johnny, and he's gonna like it just like I used to like it back in the day."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get him these GI Joes. But then there's also the adult collector market out there that people are going like, "Oh, I want to keep these and pose them and put them in a detolf." But I think majority of their sales are going to be from kids, man, at Walmart. It's not going to be adult collectors. I think you're going to see like probably a 70-30 profit share on that, I would think.
And you know what? Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but like $19.99, like $20 for that caliber of figure. If you look at inflation from like the time that we were kids up to now, like $19.99 seems like a fairly decent price for a Marvel Legend with as
what was the
accurate
price?
as it is.
What was the price for, like, say, Wheeljack back in 1986? How much did that cost?
I would probably say
like $10 maybe.
Between $5 and $10, something like that.
No.
Yeah.
Like $8.99.
Yeah, dude, we're talking like $1984 here. Yeah, it's between $5 and $10.
You think he was like $10? Like only $5-10?
I'll tell you what.
I can tell you, Optimus Prime was only like 20.
I'm gonna go downstairs and look at a couple because I still have some original price tags on some of these G1s. So I'll go down and look at them.
Cool. I thought they were more than that, Levi. I thought they were definitely like, well, if you consider like all those years in inflation and stuff like that, are they comparable to like $30 each figures?
Well, I think the $25, $30 each figures are better.
No, I mean price wise. Like if you would put the inflation on the G1.
I don't know.
Like look at the reissues.
What's that?
Yeah, $50. $50
for
a reissue Prime.
Reissues, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can compare that, but they're the same toy.
Yeah, like I remember like the cassettes, like the cassette 2-packs were only like $3.
Okay, I have Throttlebot as I see him. I'll call him out, but I got a couple of Throttlebots for $2.99, and they were the little mini bot, little carded bots.
How about a car? How about a carb?
Carbot. Let me see if any of those have any tags on them.
Or Jet or something like that.
I have a couple like price tags, but like the fronts were rubbed off on the cars. Let me go check the. Okay, I got Predacon, I got Headstrong. There is a service merchandise tag on it. It says suggested retail $13.95, a year cost $11.97. Actually, him and Razor Claw for the same price, $13.95 suggested retail price $11.97. I have one of the deluxe Insecticons. KB price tag on it for $15.99. I do remember KB being a little bit inflated back in the day, a little bit more than like a Toys R Us price, if I remember correctly. I got KB Hotspot for $13.99. Whirl $15.97.
Yeah, so more than $5.
But those were
cars were a little smaller. I think the cars probably been a little less. If they're selling.
I'm looking at Sears catalog from 1984. The Autobot cars were $9.94.
Yeah.
I got $10. Okay.
Optimus Prime was $20.99. So
wow.
I was a little low on the Autobot cars because I said between $5 and $10, but I was spot on the Optimus.
All right.
Well, you said Wheeljack was what, $9?
Yep.
Well,
Jazz, Sideswipe, Prowl, Trailbreaker, $9.94.
So like $10, yeah, that makes sense. So if you think about it, like how many years later, a G.I. Joe action figure for $20 or a Siege figure is probably around the same price with inflation, computed in there.
I don't know how to say that.
Okay, shut up. Thank you. Fucking Alexa. So where are we going with this? We were talking about.
We were just talking about if these were aimed more at adults or more kids. I just think it's I think they're doing their best to find a fine line, because another point I wanted to bring up was one thing that's going on right now that I don't think is necessarily going on with us and our fathers. My dad, I'm not gonna say my dad was like against collecting and shit like that. Like I think he thought it was a little goofy and stuff, but it didn't stop him from like buying me a Transformer here and there. But he wasn't getting me into shit that came out when like he was younger, I basically found my own things, stuff when I was a kid. Now I feel like I don't have any kids, but I feel like as I look at a lot of our friends in some of the groups and stuff that are our age that do have kids, and Jared, Jed, you get to speak to this. We're kind of like trying to turn our kids onto the shit that came out when we were kids, like G1 Transformers.
Oh yeah,
and G.I. Joe and Thundercats and He-Man and all that kind of stuff. So
well, you got to remember though. You got to remember though, when our fathers were kids, they didn't have these kinds of things. They had fire trucks and red wagons and things like that.
Yeah, my dad was like, he was what he would do, and my dad's like way older, so he grew up in like the the 40s and the 50s when he was a kid. He was like pushing like models on me, like to do models, and
my dad too.
And he would make toys for me. He like, here's a rubber band gun that I made you, or you like He-Man? Well, here I'm going to take a piece of wood and cut a sword out of it and paint it for you. There's your He-Man sword and shield.
We know what
you don't have to buy that. I can make it.
You're actually right. So I really the fault is in the way I guess I worded it, but it's not they did try to turn us on to the shit that they had when we were growing up, but we did have more shit.
Yeah,
we had stuff. So you definitely see a lot of like little kids that kind of know their stuff as far as the old school goes.
Yeah. Well, I think we were the first generation that really did have those kind of things.
Yeah.
Where we had toy lines with distinguishable characters and storylines and things like that.
Yeah, if we weren't close, we were pretty damn close. Like, there was that little bit of era, like in the late 70s and early 80s, like that came before the Transformers and the GI Joes, like when.
But you had the GI Joes in the 60s too, the 12-inch GI Joes.
Yeah, but I mean, as we know them,
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys this interesting story that I bought my son a Jazz, right? And I forget what line it was from. One of the recent lines.
Was it the MAGA Jazz?
No. Anyway, so I bought him a Jazz, and that probably, I forget how many steps it said it had in it, like 14 or something like that to transform. So I gave him that, and then I had given him a couple of G1 toys too that I had, like mini bots and stuff. And he actually likes the original G1 toys more than newer toys.
Really?
Because it takes less time to transform. It has less time to like I gave him a couple of like Legends figures and stuff like that, like a couple of Insecticons and some cars and Bumblebee and stuff. He actually likes the original G1 Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, Cosmos, because it took like 4 things to transform him into a car. It wasn't as intricate, so he actually likes that more because he can transform him quicker. He doesn't have to sit there and do it all. It wasn't that it was real hard to do or anything like that. It was just that I think you're right too, Mike. I think it was probably because of die cast and they were made heavier or something like that. But he actually likes those more. So that's an interesting weird fact.
I don't think it's that weird. I really don't. Like I'm more apt to pick up a less complicated. Like I just fucking around with it. We had that. Everybody's on lockdown, so I'm kind of fucking around with some stuff a little bit more. I just got the Technobots out and combined and like change modes and all that shit. Man, and that was a fucking joy compared to some of the newer shit that's coming out. You know what I mean, dude? Like you actually you can get them from almost the bot mode or back and like into the bot mode and then out. You can do it all like in an hour. Like all that shit, man. And that's not
kind
really
like when my dad would get me model kits, like you'd have the real hard model kits, so you had to glue everything and it took, days to put together. And then you had the snap together ones that took like an hour. And those were more fun because you could snap them together and you were done. And then you could sit there and paint it or decal it or whatever. So where are we going with this? Are we moving on or?
Yeah, let's move on. So what I did was I sent you guys the link to the third party panel. So if you want to go to that link and just pull up with me, and what I'll do, we'll scroll down, and if we see anything of interest, we'll talk about it, and if we don't give a rat's ass to, we'll just name and continue. If that's cool with you guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Levy, you good with that?
Yeah.
All right, so starting off right out of the gates, you got Zeta, who besides combiners is also kind of getting into what it seems like the Bumblebee universe, the Bumblebee movie universe. So we got
the Nightverse.
The Nightverse, yeah. This thing, and I'm not gonna
Bumblebee tuna.
Your balls are showing. He looks pretty good, man. Like, I mean, I'm not into this. I'm not gonna buy it or anything like that. But when I think it's like the 5th picture down, they show this Blitzwing alongside the Bumblebee, and I don't want to continue to harp on the Bayverse, but look at these figures, boy. This is like what we had from the beginning. This really would have been cool. It really would have been. Like that's a good looking Blitzwing, and it's an even better looking Starscream when they eventually do that color swap, which I don't know anything about, but I can only assume.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Lemon Tree's doing the Starscream.
Yeah, I did see that.
Nightverse. So it is a little bit different of a mold because different type of jet.
Yeah.
If I was like into this stuff, I'd probably buy those.
Yeah,
I probably would have got the 3A stuff. Actually, I probably would get the 3A stuff instead of the transformable stuff.
like I'm looking at those guys, and I know they have a completely different aesthetic than any like masterpiece or any masterpiece stuff. They are masterpiece scale. I wouldn't have any problem sitting that on a shelf right next to MPs, like regular MPs, at all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be like a different aesthetic though. I mean, like Nightverse has a little more detail to it than the boxy G1 look.
But I don't feel like that would be completely out of place. Like I wouldn't. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get it only if I had all the fucking room in the world. But like I'm completely. I know a lot of the hardcore G1 are still really kind of hated this shit, but I'm all right with that. What I'm looking at.
Cool.
Levy, is Levy awake yet? Did we lose him already?
Yeah, I'm
He's sleeping.
Yeah. So Lemon Tree, we got a Optimus Prime, which I believe is Legend scale or something smaller because it looks like it comes with interchangeable hands. Like we just mentioned, you got the Blitzwing that is repainted, well, Blitzwing-ish figure that's repainted like Starscream, which I guess we kind of saw coming at some point from somebody that also looks like it's a Legend scale.
Yeah.
And then this Shockwave. What do you guys think of this Shockwave, man?
I think it looks cool. I'm questioning like just how big these are though, because I mean, do Legends?
Shockwave's masterpiece.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
The Shockwave is, and that's again, you can kind of tell by the hands because he has like fully articulated fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like Legends typically have articulated fingers and such.
I think the most I ever seen a Legend have was maybe like all the fucking fingers were on a ballpoint or a pin.
Yeah,
and it had like, but they were all together, and they were either open or they were closed in like this mode to hold it on. Like that's
but these look like they're individually articulated.
The Shockwave one.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I think if I remember correctly, when I watched the presentation, I think like because our boy Ryan Shee was doing the presentation, and I'm pretty sure that he said it was masterpiece scale.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's because so the Prime's the LTO1, the Starscream is the LTO2, and this Shockwave is LTO3. And most of the time we see a toy company doing like different parts of the Transformers universe. Those letters, like the model numbers or whatever, are a little bit different, but these are just straight LTO1, 02, and 03. So it's kind of weird where the Shockwave. I guess what I'm getting at is I'm kind of curious to see where they go after that. Like, are we going to get an Arc and a Nemesis that transforms into some other robots or whatever? It's kind of it's an interesting avenue to be traveling.
But let me tell you guys something. I read the Transformers versus Terminator comic book on Wednesday. And it was really good. I really liked it a lot. I thought it was going to be complete dog shit, but it was really good.
Is that on Jetflix?
Yeah, it is. And the other thing, too, that was really cool is that they turned the Seekers into hunter-killers from Terminator.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
So I would love to see a fucking hunter-seeker from, like, Lemon Tree based on that. I would buy that.
What were the alt modes?
The hunter-seeker.
That's what the alt mode was?
No, wait, what do they call them? Hunter-killers, right? The ships, the hunter-killers.
Yeah, those big flying machines with the big giants.
Okay.
Those were the hunter-killers from Terminator. Those were the Seekers.
That's interesting.
It was fucking awesome. And when they transformed into bot mode, they had like the big fucking jet engines on like their back or their arms or shoulders or whatever. I forget exactly where they were at, but it looked great. It looked awesome. I think that was probably because what's his name? Alex Milne. How you pronounce his name? Milne. Alex Milne did the art.
Oh, okay.
So it looked really cool.
Good artist.
Let me you know what? Let me find I'll take a snapshot of it here and send it to you.
I'm in Jetflix, by the way, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at.
I know.
I took a stab at that was in the one that says CNX on March 25th. That's what I grabbed. I don't know if I just grabbed the right thing or not.
Great guess, Michael.
But I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
All right.
That's a good guess. Why is this not coming up? That's weird. Try that again. Oh, I know what's probably happening. Shit. There we go. Hold on, Levy. Mike, let me get that for you. Screenshot. Come on. Fuck. Oh my god, my computer's acting like an asshole. There we go. Copy and paste. Can I paste? Upload. It's coming up. It's uploading. It's on its way.
And where, in the chat?
Yeah, in the chat.
And which one? Just the
Discord.
3 of us or the whole?
In the Discord chat.
Oh, in the Discord chat. Okay.
Did you get it, Levy?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's cool.
I need to put my glasses on.
I need my glasses.
I need my glasses. I think I see Insecticons back there too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool looking, man. They're cool looking.
So if you take Shockwave, or that Lemon Tree did, he has those same type of turbine with the points and stuff like that on his back shoulders or whatever when he transforms from the Revenge. So if you took that in the same type of design and made that into these guys, the Hunter Killers, that'd be awesome. I would totally buy all 3 of those.
Truth be told, I don't even need this to turn in Shockwave. Like, I want that ship, man. Just give me that ship.
I know.
It's been a long time coming. I can't believe it hasn't been done yet.
I wanted to do that 3D print of that, and I never got it. Like, they kind of lost out on that. So.
Yeah, I was surprised it lasted this long, to be honest with you, man. Like, when you were first doing that, it's like, dude, man, if nobody does this, that would be cool as fuck if you got that to somebody. Yep. Anyways, moving on. Anybody else in on that? I'm not in on them first 2, but the Shockwave, that the Nemesis man, I'm in on that.
No,
I think I'm not going to buy it.
Let's
I'm just
see.
mad. No.
So Lemon Tree 04 is Bumblebee, Soundwave, and
damn, Soundwave looking thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then the Nightmares, they were kind of a little on the thicker side, but I see what you're saying about translating to a toy. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
He's thick.
Ironhide looks pretty decent, though, don't it?
Yeah.
No, I think the Soundwave looks good.
And then they got 05 is there. 06
I'm not sure what's up with that Ironhide face though. Like,
I'd have to go back.
Does he have a mouth?
Yeah, he's got a mouth. His mouth is shut.
Oh.
Looks like it's shut. I'd have to go back and see what he actually looked like in the movie. That might be what he looked like, because it was like a G1 Transformer with like a Michael Bay virus.
Yeah.
Basically, like, the faces were still a little wonky.
I have no mouth, but I must scream.
LTO6 is skipped, so you can only assume that would be a Ratchet figure. LTO7, the Bumblebee movie, Shockwave, LT08 is one of the Coneheads. I guess an Acid Storm Conehead. I guess, I don't know. I'm just saying because it's green. So yeah, so I guess they picked. It's weird. They're doing all kind of Nightverse stuff except for that oddball Shockwave as the ship. All right, moving right along. Beta Force. We got a Nemesis. What is that? Nemesis Cybertron.
Nemesis Fire Convoy.
Yeah, but what was that? That was from Cybertron.
RID.
From RID. Yeah, you're right. Then RID, Ultra Magnus, Diatlas for number 3, number 4. They tease on Optimus Prime. Does anybody care? I mean, it's all very cool looking, but does anybody care about any of this shit?
No.
Nope.
I really like a Diatlas. I wouldn't buy it, but it's very cool looking.
Yeah.
Transform Element. We got their Movie Bumblebee.
Is this Legend scale?
This is, I believe it's Masterpiece scale.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. He got articulated fingers too. The screw holes are kind of small.
Okay.
Yeah. Bunch of picks. Looks cool. Legends. Is that Scorponok? Beast Wars Scorponok? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And by the way, there's no face there. I don't know if you heard that in the presentation. Obviously, there's no face. It's just a render of the body, but that looks cool. That looks just like him. You got the big
for one,
goofy claws and shit.
Being part of the #1 Beast Wars podcast, I am excited for this figure.
I am very excited not to buy this figure. Although, you know what? This falls into, if I continue the G1 collection into Beast Wars and do a little Legends collection, that would fall in. And that, what else did they put out? They put out a Black Arachnia. Did that come out yet?
Black Arachnia. They showed pictures of her with their Transform Element Prime.
Yeah. And
it looks good together.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's come out yet, though.
No, I'm not sure. So we'll have to ask the #2 Beast Wars podcast members for more information. They're very excited about that, though. They're excited. They're Yeah, they're like the whole new line of stuff coming out. You know, they could see more possibilities.
Being into like, all right, well, we don't really get a whole lot, so we're collecting Masterpiece, Chug, and Legend Scale. Like, and you could, I mean, like, not even really making fun. Like, you could do, you know what I mean? They don't have a ton of stuff, so it's like you kind of like do that, and then when you see what you want your collection to, you gotta get rid of the other stuff. And
they are not very excited about like KO Megatron that came out or anything like that.
Yeah, you know how
it says trash. They're like, it's trash.
Well, you know,
like, it's rubbish.
When you collect that G1 trash and there's like 300 characters out there, shit, man. Sometimes you gotta buy a KO, you know, and there's only 6 East figures out there and shit. It's easy to drop all that money. So nobody cares about that. Let's see.
What the fuck was that?
I'm dropping shit. I'm all over the place.
Did you spill like your 2-liter bottle of soda?
No. We didn't record. Next up, Kang Toys, the former Toy World, and this is their Predacon Die Bomb Firmament, I guess it's called. Dude, the more I see this set, man, the more it's growing on me.
Yo, you should buy one of those and then have Jason paint it Eagles green.
What? Dude, that would be
awesome.
That would be fucking dope, man.
Just keep it in alt mode like that. Fucking white and green eagle. Be fucking as shit.
I actually broke down and pre-ordered the first.
Oh, did you?
The Rampage. Yeah.
Really?
I pre-ordered it on TCP.
Are you going all out? Gonna get them all?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna judge it? You gonna get the first one and be like, yeah, I'm in.
No, I'm getting them all because once I get this one, I have to get the others. I can't just.
Yeah, but what if the first one sucks? Huh? If the first one sucks, then you just get rid of it.
It doesn't fucking matter. I'm in for it now. I'm in for all. What is it? 6 of them?
Yeah.
This is gonna be a 6-piece combiner.
Yep.
Yeah,
you're gonna be spending like $600, dude.
I wonder what they're gonna do though. Like, I wonder if they're gonna do I wonder if they're gonna like, because you know what? I don't foresee it like the Feral Rex where they replaced Die Bomb with Catilla and then put Die Bomb as the backpack. I foresee it a slightly different way. I think it's gonna have the 5 traditional members, and then I think the weapons are gonna be a guy.
Yeah,
like either the sword, the sword, and maybe the gun or some shit that you would see kind of attached to.
Wasn't there a Hasbro combiner with 6 of them?
With the Predacons?
Yeah.
No, just 5.
No, just 5. Or you know what? Do you think the 6 member? Do you think the crab? You're counting the crab as a member? I don't know. That sounds ridiculous, but
I don't know. That's formed by the hands.
I don't think so. I swear to God, I thought there was a Predaking that they had. There was 6 members of a Predaking.
That was Feral Rex.
Feral Rex
did.
It was Feral Rex.
Yeah, they did a repaint of Rampage as Catilla and Die Bomb. Like
all of us sleeping when I said that 10 seconds ago.
I didn't remember because I thought, it didn't click with me. But then when you said it was. Wait, who was it? Was the bull that they did twice?
No, the cat.
The cat.
Oh, the cat. Okay.
The tiger.
Okay.
Because the 6 guys named Catilla.
Catilla. Takiti Catilla.
Watch them give us the crab as the 6 members. They'll put them all in like animal mode.
So, Mike, you gonna follow suit with Levy and get these?
Not right now. But I'm glad Levy's getting them because I'm sure he'll give me a good unbiased review whether or not it sucks, even though he's buying all 6 of them anyway.
Well, see, when I complete Predaking, then you and I can, we could swap, figures. Like I'll give you the Predaking to mess around for a while, and you can give Unicron. I can, play in my room for a while, and then not give it back to you.
I'm surprised that didn't turn into so what we'll do is we'll trade. I'll let you check my Predaking for a little, and you let me check out Devastator. He already has a Devastator, but he'll just try to play with mine, and then I'll get mine back without the torso fillers.
Yeah. No, fuck you. Fuck you about those goddamn fuckers.
He'll tell me he lost the dog ate him. The dog ate the torso fillers.
Yeah, I'll pay you the $15 it costs for them.
Yo, listen, there in one of the Transformers groups, and I can't remember which one, was either today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Someone actually posted a picture and says, "Does anybody have these for sale?" And I looked up real quick to see if it was Levy's name, and it wasn't. It was somebody else.
Somebody else is looking for him.
Yeah. I was gonna tag Levy, and then I thought, no, that would be a dick move, so I didn't do it.
Well, I could find out who he's buying. Like, if you did, I could find out if he finds them and who's buying them, and then
Oh no, there was.
And then outbid him.
The post was like a day old and nobody commented on it at all.
It'd have been funny if it's like, yeah, man, I just scored these torso fillers and where'd you get them from? Oh, Kincaid sold them for $10. No, I would never.
Yeah, you want to see me find a rage?
I would never do that, Levy. Levy, I promise you this. I'm never going to sell it. But I also promise you this. If I ever was going to actually break down and sell it, you'd be the first person I call.
Oh, I appreciate it.
But it's probably never going to happen.
Fuck you.
The number one raging podcast.
Right below him, they have the silhouette of Pretty King. Which, silhouettes. I heard people like this and like that and don't like this until I see it. I can't really. Yeah. I can't take a whole lot.
You're judging it on a shadow.
Yeah. So below that, we got Giga is doing.
So they're not dead.
No, they're not dead. They're doing battle damaged.
But they're doing repaints of their Dinobots.
Yeah, man. I want to see.
They got to move on to something else.
2 years.
Dude, I want
2 years.
I want this big fucking Skylinks, man, that they teased a long time ago. I want them to drop. I want them to drop a bomb. Be like, all right, this guy. Remember that Skylinks? It's like this big ass Skylinks, man. And I want it because they do. I never bought one of these, but I did get a chance to fuck around with a couple of them, and they're nice. They seem to do nice stuff. So I want to see what they got up their sleeve, man.
They're gonna repaint all 5 of those guys, and it's gonna be like 2-3 years before you see something new. I bet
the fucking Nemesis Dinobots and the fucking Shattered Glass Dinobots and the fucking
the transparent Dinobots,
transparent Dinobots, the Shattered Glass transparent Dinobots. You're gonna be coming out with so many fucking Dinobots. Even Toy World's gonna be like, yo, seriously.
Yeah.
All right.
Now with extra diecast and newly polished chrome.
Let's move on. We got Fans Hobby Ace Hitter, which is
at first I thought this was Ace Hitler.
Ace Hitler.
Where's your mind?
I just looked at it. I'm like, Hitler, what?
Ace Hitler.
Mike,
that'd be great if the little headmaster had like a little tiny stash on and shit.
Wow.
And our stocks will rise.
One day, an Autobot will rise from our ranks.
Wow. Wow.
Josh is thoroughly enjoying this part of the show.
Yeah.
Ace Hitler. Ace Hitler. It sounds like the number 2 hitter, like the second baseman on like the 1936 Yankees. Ace Hitler.
Wow.
Give him your what for, Ace.
Yo, you should adapt that freaking nickname for the shitbirds. Just everyone call me Ace Hitter.
Ace Hitter.
Smoking Ace Hitter.
You should make that you should make that Ace Hitler shirt design.
Smoking Ace Hitler.
Smoking Ace Hitler.
No, Smoking Ace Hitter.
Yeah, I was like, dude, why would I want everybody to call me fucking Ace Hitler, man? That's really awkward. It's really awkward. Guys, listen, I know this sounds weird, but I would be on the shipper, so I would technically it would be Ace Shitler.
Ace Shitler.
Could you guys call me either Ace Shitler or Mike?
Or
Mike Kampf. Mike Kampf.
Oh, come on.
I thought he was just going to stop with Mike.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll give you 2 choices. Ace Hitler or Mike. Oh, well, Ace Hitler it is.
Oh my god.
I would go with Ace Hitler or Mike Kampft.
God damn it, Jed.
This is, by the way, I can guarantee you that this right now, if you're listening to this, you are getting the most in-depth commentary on the name of this fans hobby figure that you get anywhere.
Ace Hitler.
It's so stupid, man. It really is. Like, oh shit, man. Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry for derailing that.
No, it's fine. That's great. Well done. Yeah, so that's a night beat. I can't even. It's like I want to talk serious about it now, but I can't.
AKA.
You know, like, what do you really want me to fucking say about this thing now? You know.
Oh my god.
He unified Cybertron.
Oh, come on.
I know this is shown in prototype gray, but he has blonde hair and blue eyes. I might just skip the fans hobby section altogether. Right?
Well, no, because now we can go to Double Evil.
Double Evil. Anyways, but for real though, the night beat looks really cool, and it's gonna be actually be closer to Autobot Carbot height. It's only going to be about like 6.5 inches, I think, 6.5, 7 inches tops. So I think that's a pretty good size for the Headmaster shooting ears.
I'm not gonna lie, the Minerva looks really good.
Yeah, I think it does too, man. I think they make good shit.
Yeah.
Double
You're
Evil,
on that mic, right?
Yeah, I'm in on.
You're getting all this stuff.
I'm in on Minerva and Nightbeat and Ace Hitler.
And Ace Hitler.
I feel like when I dropped my haul on the TAC that day, like I just like the typo is inevitable.
Yeah.
So Double Evil, their Overlord is getting an upgrade kit with 2 new chest pieces and a bigger gun, which is cool because I do think he had a little bit of a little pip for a gun before. I don't know. And then he's got some faces that just look a little goofy, I think, but that could just be me. I don't know.
Yeah, what's with the lopsided mouth?
He's like, that's a definite man face. Up next, MB-15 is their Armada Optimus Prime.
Yep.
I'm right? Armada Optimus Prime. Man, this all looks cool except for that weird ass looking mini bot that he comes with. But who cares about that, right?
The Minicon.
Yeah, the Minicon looks a little weird, doesn't he? Seeing it, what is it? The third. Yeah. It's the third slot.
Oh yeah,
he looks. It's very basic.
Yeah. I don't really think that they give a shit about him either.
Yeah.
No. But they showed a picture with a whole bunch of them. So.
Well, I think it might be.
You know what? I think those are all G1s. Or G1s, the original Armadas. I think those are actual original Armada ones that you're seeing.
Oh, interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Your Armada fans are finally getting an MB or whoever those people are. And at the bottom, the last slide, they show the Super Combined form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish I had more to say about it because it was really cool, but I just don't care enough about it. But
yeah, Armada's not my thing.
Up next, Fans Toys. So they're showing their acoustic wing, and Levy, you'll have to, or Jed, you'll have to refresh my memory on this one. They show like a cartoon one at the top on the first slide, and then the second slide they show a toy one where you could flip out head, and it looks like you can switch the chest out and maybe flip the panels on the front of the legs, and it gives you more like that toy look. I love this idea. This idea.
Yeah. Well, for those that want a detailed sculpt, you can get that. For those that want a flat panel animation look, you can get that too.
And I think that's a solid move as opposed to people having to choose.
Yeah.
And we've been critical of Fans Toys and other companies in the past of putting this out and then put different jobs out.
I think this is one where they could have done something like that. You know, and they did the same thing with the Cyclonus. I realized they did a different color, but they gave you all the IDW shit.
Yeah.
So if you wanted a G1 Cyclonus, or you could have your IDW one, and I thought that was a solid move too. This is kind of, you know, down that same road, but I really like the Soundwave, man.
Yeah. I'm wondering, does it transform with the toy deco legs and things on the sides there? I mean, do they stay on during transformation, or are they parts forming pieces?
I think they. Ooh, that's a good question. I thought they might just be panels that flipped, but I could be wrong, because the size of the legs do look a little bit different on the cartoon version versus like the cartoon version. There's only the only side of the leg cable that got down by the foot, but if you look at the toy version, the cable goes all the way up to the knee on the side.
Yeah.
So you might be kind of like that in front.
I wonder if they're gonna do like a separate releases. How the Cyclone thing where the original Cyclones had all the IDW stuff. When they repainted it didn't come with that stuff.
Are you saying that they just released this as two different figures from the beginning, or I don't get?
Maybe.
You don't think? I feel like this is all going to be the same thing. I think they're going to do this all together. That's the way it makes it.
So you think it'd be like? So it'd be transformable.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. I can't confirm that, but
not like Cyclonus with the bunny ears or anything like that.
What were you stuck the ears on them, or you just got the different head?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because they gave a different head.
Different piece.
You got that shit in the beginning in the original Cyclonus.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to include all this shit.
Yeah.
It's probably too early to tell. Or they might even say, hey, look, if you want all this stuff, you're going to pay an extra $50 for an accessory pack. So.
Well, yeah,
you know what?
I have no doubt that's going to increase the price.
Levy,
do you think that all the tapes, they'll sell them all together?
All the tapes. You see the one with him with all the tapes, and then there's the one that's right below it that shows him going from cartoon to toy form. There's a really good shot of the side of the legs right there. You can definitely tell that.
Yeah.
There's extra parts involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was looking at when I was. That made me ask that question. If it does come with the option parts as a complete set, I would mix and match personally. Yeah, I would keep the cartoon head, but I would add toy deck shoulders, toy deck shins, leave off the side panels. Just so I could have some sort of more detailed sculpt, but still, have certain aspects of it harken back to tune, like the face sculpt in the chest.
I didn't even notice the shoulder panels. That's cool. Yeah, they have different little differences in shoulders too. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I saw the chest and the shins and stuff.
Yeah,
he's also got what looks like, and Fans Toys isn't necessarily known for their articulation and more for their sculpt. I think this dude looks really fucking articulated, man. Like, he looks like not only does he have ab crunch, but he actually looks like he has like a side to side thing going. If you look at the picture of him and the tapes, I mean, that could be just an ab crunch with a
waist
swivel.
Yeah,
but it looks like it could be a little side to side too. Who knows? But yeah, it's a good looking robot, man.
Mm-hmm. So what are you guys gonna do if they have separate releases of this? Like, say one comes, with the toy aesthetics, one comes without, like one comes with all the tapes, do you think, or not?
I imagine it's going to come with all the cassettes, but I mean, I could be wrong too, but I wouldn't need to worry about that anyway because I have the MMC cassettes. Those are my Decepticon cassettes. No matter what sound if I have, those are going to be my MMC. The MMCs are going to be
so cassettes. What if it's like $399 for everything with the tapes and everything? That's all they sell.
If I want the Soundwave bad enough, then yeah, I'll pay it.
Well, I probably had that discussion now because I'm looking at the tapes and they're listed. All the tapes are listed as FT02B, which would entail that they were a completely different figure or different package. I think you'd be able to get the tapes separately, which is nice.
I'd like to have at least one to fit his chest.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he'll come with one of them, like Laserbeak or something.
Love you. I can't. I have no evidence to back this up, but I would bet that you could probably masterpiece chest. Yep. Take a guess on that. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but
yeah,
I would in my head, I would say that I'm gonna bet that you could probably do that. Yeah. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think these sets are better than the official MP
masterpiece. Oh, I totally agree. But if all you want is for one cassette to be in his chest and shit, because I'm with you. I like the MMC ones. Although man, Laserbeak, man, that's nice, dude. I would replace the Laserbeak and the Buzzsaw because I feel like that Laserbeak looks really nice.
It does. I mean, but don't get the official Laserbeak is probably the nicest cassette they have. I mean, that thing is amazing looking. But this one also has up and down articulation on the wings.
Right.
So that's so he can fold things up.
Yeah. Moving on. Below that is their Perceptor 2.0.
I do not see the point of this redesign at all. I mean, they could have just re-released the original Tesla. I don't
have to see how much better this one is. The only way I can see getting this one is if they decide to repaint one or the other as black one.
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't see the point of it. I mean, I don't even think Perceptor's that popular of a character to warrant a redesign on a mold that I think was just perfectly acceptable. I mean, did really anybody pick up Perceptor because they really wanted him, or they just kind of need him?
I might be the minority, but I don't know. I like Perceptor. I mean, maybe not his personality so much, but as it's I thought he was cool again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this redesign is completely unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't think. What was his name before? Tesla. Yeah, I thought Tesla was pretty damn good, man. I know people like to shit on the face sculpt and all that, but as a toy, as a whole, I thought it was a pretty decent toy, man.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they some say, well, this will give people a chance to get together. Well, they could have done that by just reissuing the original,
right?
Without putting any kind of resources in designing. This thing. Yeah, that's nice.
It's like going to be way more articulated out to see what goes on. I don't know. Yeah. And if you scroll down, there's another shot with the movie cast, all about fans toys. Looks pretty good. Below him, Huffer.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I waited on the bag cube, the new Huffer, and I'm probably gonna get this one. This one's really nice.
Fuck that guy.
Whatever. What did you get the bag cube one, Riley?
Yeah. If I didn't, I'd probably get this one.
I think they did a really nice job of compacting the cab without making it completely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they did. And I do like how his shoulders are really low on his torso, like they're supposed to be.
Yeah, they are. I didn't even really notice that right away. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they're going to articulate. I wonder if it's going to articulate by some sort of joint in between there, or if that whole block where you see it connected to the shoulder is going to slide up. It's hard to tell by the pictures. The truck mode reminds me, it's so on the money to the old toy, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if I didn't have the bag cube one already, I get this one, but I just don't. Again, he's another character that I don't feel the need to replace.
Right.
I didn't buy the bag cube Huff because I wanted it. I bought it because I needed it. So I don't need a better one.
So they show him with Brawn and Beachcomber, then Beachcomber and Brawn, then Beachcomber and Warpath. All of them look pretty good. Got them a couple of guns and the welding gun, I guess, whatever that one is that use. A couple of different faces look good.
Yeah.
And then this is the part where Fans Toys drops the bomb, even though it's a character we already have. A couple of characters we already have, but Jazz. They're doing a Jazz.
Yeah. And it looks pretty fantastic from...
It does, man. It looks great from all angles, too.
Yeah, the car looks great.
Yeah.
This is one that I might replace my fucking Make Toys one.
You think it blows the Make Toys one away that by that much?
Well, it's not that. For me, Jazz is my favorite character next to it.
Right.
And so I'm going to want to have the best representation.
The best one. Yeah, I feel
Well, dude, keep one as your monk.
One is what?
Monka Spanka.
Oh. Mike's already got a Monka Spanka, though.
Yeah,
for
so
me.
Here's
I don't need a Monka Spanka.
Man.
Well, you have one now. You get a Fans Toys.
I'll get this Fans Toys one. The Fans Toys one is going to be my Jazz. The Make Toys one is going to be my Ricochet or Stepper, depending on what you call them. Mm-hmm. And then the Zeta one is going to be the Monka Spanka. So it'll be all three. MP Monka Spanka. And then in the slide, so they show the car mode, show a couple of angles. He looked great from all angles. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do that thing where you can either have wings in, wings out. I'm surprised if it is going to be possible. I'm surprised they're not actually showing it, because they usually show alternate, I don't want to contain, but whatever alternate robot was with wings.
Mm-hmm.
So come here, they don't show him with. But I guess we'll find out. Below that, we see him with a kind of a blurred out tease of the Mirage.
Yeah.
Any
I
thoughts?
don't know. I see Sphinx for this one.
You know what? Look at this one. This one looks good, but you know what? I'm curious about the Transform Elephant Mirage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he looked really good. These are only renders that we're looking at, and I think that was a great prototype, but that thing just looks so articulate and it looks so good. I don't know what this is going to be like. Usually toys, but Transform Elephant, man, I got the dude, and he was a solid man, so it was an indication their Mirage pretty damn good as well.
I think I actually replace my Sphinx with this one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that Sphinx.
I don't care for me, I'm going to have the best curves.
Things was out of control, man. When I came out for its time, it was fucking awesome. But now that you're seeing it the way that it looks against it's just different. These are a little more, if you're going for that cartoon, accurate.
You might get the cell shaded one. I like it a lot. I think it looks great.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. The Sphinx is an amazing figure.
It still is a little more, it's still accurate. Yeah.
She take that $100 for therapy.
No, I don't do this very often. I do this for specific characters, and Mirage is one of those characters.
And Jazz.
Yeah. But
it started.
Like I said, I don't do this very often. This is not something that I do. Like, I'm not going to do it for Huffer. I'm not going to do it for Scepter. I'm not going to do it for a lot of characters. But for Jazz and Mirage, I want to get the best one I can get. Mirage was my was my second Transformer figure I ever got. So he's important to me.
All right, interesting. Let's move on. So we got next the Studio Cell, which we think is Zeta. Pretty sure it's Zeta. They're Unicron, and they're finally showing them with the head. Any thoughts?
I think it looks great.
I think this thing looks fucking amazing.
I might have bought this for like Planet Mode, but I can't pay $400 for that.
That's what it's going to be, is $400?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on TCP for $399.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an 18 inch figure.
Yeah, but $299 probably be more swayed to buy it than $399. Because it's only, like you said, is what, 19 inches? So
18 at the top of the horns.
Oh, okay. So 18 at the top of the horns. So
yeah,
it's smaller than what I would want to pay for that much money for that size of a figure.
I mean, it's kind of it's tough to say because it's around the size of it's almost the size of the combiners. I think the combiners might be an inch taller, if that. Or are they like around 20? Maybe they're around 20. So this probably it's a little bit shorter. I don't know, man. You pay a little bit more than that for the combiners, but I guess they're a little bit bigger and a little more involved. But I mean, if you take price out of the equation, I think this looks great. I feel like the Hasbro one definitely nailed the Planet Mode a little better.
Mm-hmm.
A lot better. I would even say a lot better. But I'll tell you what, looks wise, man, for the robot mode, they crushed the Hasbro version. Have you guys seen
the wings bother me.
Too small?
No, just the orientation of the wings. Well, plus two of the spokes, I guess you want to call them. They're not long enough for me. And the orientation of it, where they split like front to back, and as opposed to left, side to side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
That bothers me. I don't like that orientation for the wings. So, and in all honesty, for me, that would be a deal breaker. I couldn't buy it because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I would really only want a Unicron for Planet Mode, and that's it. I really don't care too much about bot mode.
Then the Hasbro one.
Then the Hasbro one's definitely the move. Yeah, I agree.
But I'm not paying $600 for a Planet though either.
I get you.
I'm going back to my might as well just build one myself type of thing and put the stuff in I want to put in, but add more detail to the outside of the thing. But I thought for sure that this was going to be at least half price of what Hasbro is, but they seem to bumped it up $100. So. And it might not
bumped it up $100. What do you mean it bumped it up $100?
I thought they originally said that it was going to be $299, like half price of like what Hasbro was putting out.
So I don't remember.
But that was back when it was Zeta, and now it could be still Zeta, or it could be, like I said before, they could have sold it to somebody else.
Well, the more that I saw this thing out there without a head, the more that led me to believe that this is just Zeta under a different name, and they really were avoiding copyright stuff. which surprised me. I really did. That surprised me. I mean, I don't have any proof of that, but you know.
Well, from what I understand, the rumors were that Hasbro was telling, or maybe not Hasbro, but probably Hasbro, saying that they were telling their distributors, you know, people that would sell this stuff, that if you sold it, we wouldn't, you know, we'd fucking take action or something. I don't know. So maybe they can get away with selling it this way now because there's nothing being real visible, you know, in the marketing materials or whatever. I don't know. Or, like I said, they could have sold the design to somebody, and this is a completely different company, and they're just taking precautions so that they can sell it, you know, without having an issue with Hasbro.
Levy, do you think this is something? Did Weijang ever KO upgrade a third-party figure, or did they always KO upgrade like official stuff?
Didn't they do Warbotron?
Was that Weijang or was that Jinbao?
I don't know. I don't know offhand.
I think that was Jinbao.
Jinbao, okay.
I like that last shot of the toaster. That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, the Orbitron is Jinbao. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering if this would, like, if you know what I mean, if somebody would see this and be like, man, that's a really cool robot mode, but people want this shit to be bigger. Because I feel like I'm seeing that a lot, even though everyone knows you ain't ever gonna get, you know, obviously in scale city bots or anything like Unicron. Mm-hmm. But I still feel like people just want it to be bigger, you know, at least bigger than the current city bots. I wonder if a company like Weijang that just does a lot of oversized knockoffs would see that as an opportunity, like after this thing was out.
Well, what would you do, Mike, if you were in that position? Would you wait for the Hasbro to come out and then just KO that, or would you take this one and then upscale it and KO that?
I feel like I would. Oh man, KOing the Hasbro one would probably make you more money because I feel like just naturally more people would know what it is. But then again, if you know who Weijang is, then you know what third party is. I feel like it's like you have to know one to know the other. You know what I mean? It's not like you would know official stuff and not know what Zeta is and then know what Weijang is. I guess that doesn't make any fucking sense. So that being said, I still feel like KO in the official one. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough question.
I would actually say that I would prefer that they start with this one and then make improvements on this one because you're starting with a better base. Because the figure itself is much cleaner than the Hasbro one. Doesn't have.
I agree.
All they would have to do is just increase the size and improve the wings for me. And if that was the case, then I would be inclined to get that.
And then they don't have like the Pringles like legs all folds and
because again, like the body on this is much cleaner. There's almost no kibble on the back except for like that neck thing, that big obtrusive collar. But you don't even really notice it when the head's in place. So
I've also noticed, Michael, that this does not come with a stand.
It does not. No. Well, it kind of does.
Oh yeah,
in robot mode.
Tractor beam.
That doesn't count. Something to keep the planet up. I'm talking about to keep the robot mode from falling over.
The Hasbro one ain't gonna fall over without it either.
We will find out.
$20 is gonna find out.
Let's take that 20 from Mike and I'll give it to you so that you can turn around and buy those Devastator waste fillers from him.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be more inclined to do it than just to get his $20 back.
I don't need that $20 that bad. All right, let's move on. So next and last is MMC/Ocular Max. So we got they're showing the Deathsaurus prototype again, which we've seen a lot of slides of that shit. The Chrome Dome, which was at the show we were at in DC. Mm-hmm. Chrome Dome and Eject. I think they had Eject there, if I remember correctly. And I guess they're going to be selling him as those guys as a 2-pack.
Yeah,
they look good.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, no, the Chrome Dome looks good. Definitely looks good.
I don't know what the hell does Eject even turn into? Do you remember? I can't even remember what his alt mode was.
Dildo.
It's fucked up, Levy. Fucked up. We have the cartoon accurate color Ravage Ocular Max. What's up?
Yeah,
that kind of irritates me.
Dude, and you know what? We always fucking know it's coming. I'm keeping my original one for spite, black and silver. fuck it.
Well, in all honesty, too, I don't know. I think this one looks kind of boring.
It does.
It looks a little boring.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that the dark gray and the light gray are different enough to really differentiate it at a quick glance.
Yep.
You know, it all just looks kind of samey.
Yeah.
So I'll stick with my original paint color scheme because I think that looks great. So
I agree.
Yeah.
So we got the white and blue Ravage.
I kind of regret passing on this one
because this was the exclusive that they were going to have at the show, but then they decided, since the show was canceled, they were going to release it online, right?
Yeah.
So
did they sell out? Did it sell out?
I don't know, but I didn't go buying it because, you know, with everything going on, I didn't want to go making any big purchases right now. Kind of big purchase. And this was like what, like $80 or something?
With shipping 70, I think, or was it 80 with the shipping?
Yeah, something like that. So I did actually kind of want it in this color scheme. I like the white and the blue and everything, but
going back to the gray one, does he come with the cage? Do they sound like together? So that's a good thing.
Yeah, there's like, something as a set.
Say somebody missed out on the cage, or if they missed out on the original one, that's a nice like little, little 2-pack thing they could buy there.
Yeah.
The only thing with this white one is I kind of wish they did a new head sculpt.
I guess. I don't know.
Make it more like IDW or something? Or?
No, because because this is Shattered Glass Ravage. And
it's one of two things. It's either Shattered Glass Ravage or Glit. Like both of them are kind of colored the same way.
Oh, okay. Well, Shattered Glass Ravage had a more cartoony looking face. It was rounder, and he was like all smiles and everything, and like he had a blog and stuff, and he would, No, it was actually kind of a neat take on the character. I liked it.
He had a blog.
And, he had like a daily blog that he would write and stuff. It was kind of.
It's just fucking funny. That's all.
Yeah, no, I just wish that they would have given it more like, or at least given the option to replace the head with a more cartoony looking one with like rounder edges and stuff, and like a happier looking face and stuff. So I totally would. If they had that, I would have snatched that up in an instant.
Up next, so they show their Bruticus all combined up.
Mm-hmm.
Looks all right, I guess. I don't know.
What is RC doing there? Is she like scissoring his head?
Yeah, man. Next is this Pumpkin Spice RC. I don't know what is going on there. What is that? You know what this color scheme is?
Is it the prototype or not the prototype? The
Well, that's what it's called. Is the prototype?
Oh yeah, look at that protoform.
Protoform.
That's it. Protoform.
Yeesh. That shit is just
yeah.
All right.
Maybe Shattered Glass RC.
I've seen people in groups going, I love this. I'm gonna get this.
Oh, I'm sure. That I have no doubt. I just don't understand it.
Pink and orange just does not go well together.
No, I don't think those are next to each other on the color wheel.
No. Pink, orange, and red. That's awesome.
Did I say MMC was last? I meant New Age was last, but I don't know. Nobody here really gives a shit about Legends, but
no.
That's the last couple slides. They show Soundwave and the tapes.
Well, those tapes actually look really cool for how small they're going to be.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Especially Ravage. Ravage looks really cool. So I like the name Scaramanga.
What is that from?
James Bond. Scaramanga was the man with the golden gun, played by Christopher Lee.
I was disappointed with this whole thing. And I know it's like, an early show and stuff like that, but last year we didn't get too much more, except for like maybe a couple of things when the whole Canadian show happened. But we're not seeing anything from like X Transbots, which blows because that's like one of the companies I want to hear from the most.
Yeah, there was no KFC, no X Transbots, no Make Toys, no who else was missing? The X9 and Unique Toys, were they missing?
Yeah, no Unique Toys.
There was no who did you guys say the I forgot. Bad Cube? No Bad Cube.
Well, Bad Cube might be shot.
Yeah. But even still, like I said, I want to know what's going on with Cup. I want to know what's going on with the rest of the whole Menasor thing with X Transbots, Springer, everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't heard anything from them in a long, long time.
Yeah, I'd like to know about the trailer for Gravestone.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could be with everything happening that they don't have anything really to show. But even like with MMC, I want to see like where's the Blasters tapes, the Autobot tapes. Let's see some more of that stuff, Yeah. See that being pushed out.
I'm dying to see those, man. I'm dying to see those Blaster tapes, man.
It'll be a year, a couple months that we've seen it. Because I think they showed those at in Canada, right, Mike? When you were there at that show, I think this is when they showed them last year.
For the first time, I feel like we saw them at the show before that. Didn't we see him I feel like we saw them way back in Chicago, man.
I feel like we did.
Think so. I thought I saw him.
Or was it
online?
the spring show? Was it the LA show? Maybe.
I don't know. I just remember seeing it in person when they showed him. So I thought maybe it was Toronto.
Yeah. Well, it's been either way. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So be nice. Be nice to see that stuff again.
Yeah.
Like kind of get an idea when it's coming out. Or like even fans toys, like having them, have a blaster. That'd be kind of cool.
What just happened?
Oh yeah, sir.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm here. Yeah.
I heard you say something about blaster, and then it just dropped.
Yeah, I'd like to see a fans toys blaster. That'd be kind of cool.
I think before it's all said and done, I think fans toys is going to do every goddamn character from beginning to end. At least up to the fourth season. Like we haven't really seen any of the Japanese characters yet. Now I'm not putting that out of the conversation, but it sure seems like they're going to just do everything. At least all the American stuff.
That's a good point too, Mike. And like Zeta showed Raiden, and you haven't heard anything about that, or they showed one of the trains.
Yeah, they showed one of the trains, and they teased that Predaking, and that was a disappointment that Zeta didn't show any of that shit.
Yep.
Like, and I don't know, I'm not really concerned with all that movie stuff, man. I just want to see these combiners, but that's just me being selfish, I guess.
What if it's with a situation where like one, all the sales of one of them will help produce the others that wouldn't be selling as well? Like I don't know. Bumblebee stuff might sell better than
than Raiden.
Raiden, yeah.
I could see that. I could see Bumblebee movie stuff selling better than a Raiden.
And they're taking those profits to turn around and make the other stuff.
No, I don't know if I could see a Bumblebee movie stuff selling better than a Predaking, a masterpiece scaled Predaking. But who knows? That's all I got. That's all I got for Transformers, Toy News, and G.I. Joe. I don't know if you guys got any other stuff that you wanted to mention.
The only thing I was going to mention was the Levy. Did you see the third Astrobots thing that came out?
The spider
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been out for pre-order for a little while.
Are you getting that?
Yeah, I already pre-ordered them.
Oh, did you?
Okay. Ago. They remind me of those spider bots from the Superman animated series, World's Finest episode, where Batman and Superman teamed up. You remember those?
Okay. Yep, I do remember that.
They remind me of those. So
cool.
I'll probably, be posing them up with Batman and Superman when I get my Mayfex figures.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else, Levy, for 20?
Well, speaking of Mayfex Batman figures, they put up for pre-order a black and gray repaint of their Batman Hush figure. Because the regular release is, the standard blue and gray that was in the comic. But they are releasing a black and gray repaint that's going to come with a building corner piece display stand, or like an effect piece. And it's not coming with the unmasked head sculpt that the regular version comes with. So I pre-ordered it like a dope. So. SH Fig Arts put up for pre-order their 89 Michael Keaton Batman. And what really surprised me is that it is reasonably priced for a Soul Web exclusive. Like, I can go to, overseas stores are selling it for $60 some, but Big Bad Toy Store, it's only $70. So I'm thinking maybe I might pick it up, maybe not. I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, because usually Soul Web exclusives on Big Bad Toy Store, they got to pay a huge markup. Infinity War Thor and Schlub Thor were $120 because they were Soul Web exclusives. So I don't know. Maybe I might pick up that Batman. I don't know. Especially since I forgot to mention this last time, but back when Toy Fair was going on, Mezco actually teased in their catalog, because they have a book that shows future releases and stuff. They teased a 78 Christopher Reeve Superman. Their Mezco 112 line. So all it was just a page with the 78 Superman movie logo. So no actual product shot yet, but I'm very, very excited for that one. I imagine it's probably going to be another Mezco Direct exclusive, which can go in a matter of minutes. So I have to be very diligent when that finally comes out for pre-order, because I'm not going to want to pay aftermarket price for that one. So, other than that, I don't think there's anything else going on in toy news outside of Transformers.
What about the SH Fig Arts Tony Stark one.
What SH Figuarts Tony Stark?
The Bandai Spirits ones that went up for pre-order.
I don't recall seeing that.
Oh no, it's just like him, like outside of the armor, like in a t-shirt with the thing.
Oh really?
No? You didn't see it? Let me put it in the chat.
Which movie is it from? Is it from Endgame or?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that one? That's been out for forever.
3.
That's been out for forever and a day. I've had that for a long time. Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That might just be a reissue then.
Probably it's a reissue. Sorry.
Yeah, I've had that for like several years now.
My bad. Square Enix loaded up all the Final Fantasy paraphernalia that's going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They have 10-inch statues that they released that they're for pre-order, which are reasonably priced. I think they're about $40 a piece, which is pretty good for a 10-inch statue.
Yeah, nice.
Basically, it's going to be like a player's Kai size, but it's a statue. They have those polygon versions of the characters that are going to be released too. Those are going for about $60 or so.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about those is that I think a lot of people don't know, but they put like the stipulation into it that they're like kind of like blind boxes. Yeah. So you may not get all the separate figures when you buy the pack. You might get like doubles of them, which is kind of crappy.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing about that is, which is odd, is that they didn't have any type of sales stuff up in Japan for this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like this is stuff that they made exclusively for like America, because it's BBTS has it up for pre-order, but nobody else does.
Yeah.
So, but those are supposed to be those pre-orders went up. They're supposed to come out in August.
Okay. Jeez.
That's it. That's all I got.
No, I'm looking at BBTS has in stock the King of Wakanda Black Panther for SH Figuarts from Infinity War. This thing's $125. It must be another one of those Soul Web exclusives.
That's expensive.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's no reason to ever pay that much for SH Figuarts. $30 more, I got myself an Anubis. Or, I'm sorry, $25 more.
Mike, there's a Mafex LeBron James figure.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, we move on to Q&A.
Yep. Levy, I'm gonna let you read the Q&A out from now on, since you share them and stuff. That way, if they're anywhere I can't see them.
Yeah.
Let me start with Doors' question. He wrote up an email for us. So he says, "What's up, guys? I hope you're all healthy, staying safe, displaying your Transformers, or playing strip Mortal Kombat. Whatever helps you through these strange times. It's been a weird couple of weeks, and a lot of people have been affected by this terrible virus. I still can't buy any fucking toilet paper. But whilst being at home during this lockdown period, I've realized how much more than usual I've spoken to friends online. I've also made a few new ones, and I've seen some great solidarity and humor during difficult times, regardless of people's background or location. Humor definitely helps me when things are rough, and the last episode was no exception. I don't know what was funnier, hearing you react to Jed's wife or you laughing at my intro. Either way, great show. Anyway, I'm up for a laugh, and if it means making myself sound stupid for the show, then so be it. I have attached a question for you. Stay safe out there, people. Thanks as always, and F you, John Bailey, Doors." So here is Doors' question. Let's see.
Hey, it's the Blackout and Shout crew. How's my favorite podcast doing over there, huh? Jed, Levi, Mikey. Hey, Mikey, I see your internet celebrity status blowing up over there. You're becoming a real wise guy, huh? So listen, I love you guys like fucking family. But it's about time I had a sit-down meeting with you. I spoke to my boy Jed, and we thought it'd be pretty fucking funny to keep doing this whole accent thing we got going on. So, even though it sounds fucking ridiculous, I'm gonna give it a go here, huh? So I got this question for you boys about this whole Transformers racket. I got myself a sit-down meeting in a few months' time, if it ain't for this whole fucking Corona shit, with this guy, a real big player. You might have heard of him. Peter fucking Cullen. That's right, boys. The fucking numero uno himself, you hear me? Peter Cullen. Anyways, if this meeting still goes ahead, I got the chance to get one fucking piece signed by the great man himself. Now, I gotta make sure it ain't no Fugazi, you understand me? So if you could pick a time, you want to pick fucking MP01 or MP10, MP44 or some other fucking thing to get this autograph, what would you pick, huh? Much love to you all and the whole family. And who the fuck is this Robin Leach prick, huh? You want me to give him a message? You need this piece of shit back or something? Talk to me. Goes up.
Oh, Doris, you the man. You the man, really.
I can see it's going to be like years and we're still not going to know what this motherfucker actually sounds like.
Oh, that's funny. So he's gonna meet Peter Cullen at, I guess he's gonna be at what is it that they have a TF Nation?
Yeah,
is that what it's called?
Yeah,
I think so.
So he's meeting Peter Cullen and he's asking like, what if we could pick one piece to have signed by Peter Cullen, what would it be?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can go old school and go with the original G1 if you have the box and such, you know. I might only want to do that though if it was sealed, or maybe not. Even if it was open box, it was good condition, I might have him sign that one, like right on the front, right on top of Optimus Prime, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know, and if you have like MP10 Japanese version, you know, because I mean the packaging on that's really nice. You know, you get him to sign that. If you were willing to shell out the $450 or whatever it was to get the MP44, you know, there's always that option too. But for me, I think it would be the G1 toy.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. Like now that's a little tougher. Like having access to one, because I feel like there's a caveat involved there. Like you don't just want any G. Now you just said sealed. I would be all right with doing it if it wasn't sealed, but even if it wasn't sealed, I would still at least want the box to be in nice enough shape that I would be proud to display it. Not like it was some, you know, a nice G1 Transformer Optimus with a shit box. Like it would have to be like like at least like a C8 or something, somewhere in a ballpark of like pretty damn good, you know, for me to feel comfortable doing that. Now that's going to be a little bit tougher to find than I think, you know, going on and just getting the MP, an MP1 or an MP10. But yeah, my first inclination is to go with the G1. I mean, like, you know, if you're going to meet, this is like, you're meeting the man, you know what I mean? Like, this is we grew up with this motherfucker, man, 35 years, how many years is it now? 30, it was 84 and we're in what? So yeah,
36 years.
Yeah, dude. So it's a big deal. So I would be inclined to try to one and dropped a couple of extra bucks and make it special, you know.
Yeah,
that would be now if you go toy, and it's a little, I'm all on the spot a little bit, but I'm trying to think if there was any other merchandise out there, or maybe like a book, a certain book, like maybe like the, you know, a cheap option that would still be cool as hell is like a real nice copy of the original Marvel Comics #1. You know, that's another option too, and that's not going to cost you hundreds of dollars.
Well, yeah, it costs you $20
for me. If you remember, Mike, when we went to TFCon back in, I think it was in 2016, when Dan Gilvezan, Greg Berger, and Michael Bell were there, I had them sign my copy of the PlayStation game Transformers Devastation.
Yeah, that was a cool idea.
Yeah, and my goal is to someday get Peter Cullen and Frank Welker to sign it too. So that's another option for me. But see, the thing is, like, if I only had one choice, I don't know if it's hard for me because I do want all those signatures on that game case. But if I could only get one thing signed by the Peter Cullen, for me, it would have to be the G1 Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, that would be a tough choice for me though, because I mean, like, I do want to get that game case signatures completed. So, but I mean, like, you know, like you were saying about a cheaper option, you could find a copy of that game real easy. I think game prices are kind of fickle.
So you guys are right. So let's see. So I think you go a couple of different ways with this. You could either find something that's really rare and expensive, like you know, like an original G1 toy, and have them sign that, right? Or you could get something that kind of lends to having a signature on it, like Levy said, with like, you know, a video game or like a comic book. But if you're looking for like something like to up a value of something, like a lot of people sometimes get, you know, signatures of athletes so they can, you know, resell a bat or something like that with, you know, Jose Canseco has signed it or some shit like that. You're not going to really get anything when it comes to a comic, because if you want to get it graded, they usually have to have someone witnessing, like from CGC, witnessing the signature,
some certificate of authenticity or whatever.
Yeah, well, maybe not so much that, but they actually have to see the person signing it, so that's they verify it, and it's not like forgery. What I would do is, and this is me because I like art more than anything. What I would do is I would commission someone who is a really good artist to make a unique piece that has like him with all the major characters that he played like over the years in like a poster art type of form, or maybe even like a 16 by 20 size or something like that, but something pretty big. And then something that's no one else has, like nothing else that's out there at all, something really unique. Maybe they could paint Optimus Prime, they could do Venture, they could do, Eeyore, they could do all the other characters that he's done over the years that he's known for, and maybe actually paint his own picture on it, like his own portrait, of himself.
Yeah.
And then he could sign that, because that would be like something so unique that he would look at it and be like, wow, I've never seen this before, and it's so well done, and he would be happy. Just it would be something for him and you at the same time, because then not only are you getting Peter Cullen's signature on something that you can display up on your wall all the time that look great, instead of it being like on a small toy box or a comic or something like that, but you've also shared this experience with someone who you grew up with, that you made him like as elated as you were as a kid. So that's how I would.
Yeah, that's an interesting take and a cool and it's true, man. Like I'll tell you what, when Michael McConaughey walked by the table and saw the track I did, he was totally psyched on it. Like I was psyched that he was psyched.
Wait, Michael McConaughey.
You go, all right.
The dude that played tracks.
I know.
Well, we're giving you shit, Mike.
Wait, what did I say his name wrong?
No, just
Michael McConaughey.
Yeah.
The actor.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, Matt. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was going with Levy's fucking joke. Sorry.
Good job, Levy. But yeah, I agree. It was cool that he thought it was fucking cool. But it's like, man, look at that's I don't know. All of them are decent suggestions, but I don't think you were talking about like monetary value, and Doors would have to answer this one, but I don't think that's what he's trying to do. I think he's just trying to get like this is a keepsake type of thing for him. It doesn't have anything to do with what's so fucking funny.
I was gonna say get a Chuck Norris shirt, have him sign that.
Get him and then get Chuck Norris to sign it.
Get him wearing a Chuck Norris shirt and then sign that.
Oh my god! No! In that painting that you're talking about, paint him wearing the Chuck Norris shirt.
Peter Cullen and Chuck Norris. You guys are fucking idiots.
No! Wait! Have Bob painting the painting of him signing the Chuck Norris shirt.
That's what you get for asking us for any kind of advice, Doors.
But no, wait a second.
I like my advice.
Do all that, but then get it printed onto a T-shirt and have him sign the T-shirt.
What's the next question?
I like my answer the best. So I think,
of course you do. It's your answer.
I like mine. It is my answer.
Yeah. Imagine that. You're right.
Yeah. Well, I like it because I like it because it's unique.
I like it because I said it.
Whammy. Damn right. I'm right. You guys are wrong. That's my opinion.
All right. So, thanks, Doris. Thank you for the question. Thank you for the kind words. We appreciate
the Italian
in the Andrew Dice Clay impersonation.
That's funny.
He sounded like if Andrew Dice Clay fucked one of the Mario brothers. Oh, that's good, man. I'm gonna now he's got to just keep coming with it because I'm gonna be looking forward to that shit every 2 weeks.
Okay. So our next question comes from Gary Allen. He says, since strip Mortal Kombat is rivaling Netflix's Tiger King as the world's most viewed pop culture sensation, what's the next social distancing entertainment idea? Have worldly conditions affect Levy's D campaign and Jed all of his Final Fantasy figures? So
yes.
No, worldly conditions have not affected the D&D campaign because we're already social distance on that because we play it online or Fantasy Grounds. So,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because we're huge nerds.
And we are huge nerds. Socially awkward nerds that don't like
contact people. So, what's the next social distancing entertainment idea? Let's see.
I'm gonna lock my wife out of the house and see how long she takes before she starts bitching about she can't get in, and I'll video it the whole thing.
I say
lock your spouses out of the house.
I say coronavirus porn.
Coronavirus porn.
Yes, coronavirus porn. Yeah, it's popping up all over the place now.
Oh, fucking with hazmat suits on and shit, which kind of completely defeats the purpose of it. You kind of like fucking with hazmat suits on just completely defeats the purpose of hazmat suits.
All right, hold on. Grandpa Kincaid lost his connection again or something.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you there, Gramps? Mikey. Nope.
Anybody there?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I lost you there for a second. I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, it happens during your, when you get old like you.
Wow. You're older than us.
When it comes to technology, that's for sure.
So coronavirus porn is my answer. That's going to be the next social distancing.
Coronavirus porn.
Mike,
what's the next? Man, I got nothing on this one. I'm having a hard time. I know what we're going to be doing, but it's not anything out of the ordinary. We're just over here doing like creative shit, making stuff. But
strip Mario Kart.
I used to play that shit with Jefferson and Gurman, so I hate that idea.
Wow, really? That's weird and creepy.
That is very weird.
What, strip Mario Kart with Jefferson and Gurman?
Yeah, that's a little weird, dude.
Yeah,
that's why I played the game with, man. What do you want me to say, man? I don't like it anymore. I don't like it any more than you guys like it.
Wow.
What?
All right. So thanks, Gary. Thank you for the questions. Moving on. Chris Gardner asks,
what is so fucking funny about that? I don't even. What is so fucking funny?
Mario Kart with Gurman.
No, you were asking. You were asking if strip Mario Kart was the next fucking trend, and I said, "Well, I played Mario Kart."
No, you said I. No, I have it recorded. You have it. You said I played strip Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's what the next trend is. I was asking a question. Strip Mario Kart with Jefferson and Gurman. That's who I played Mario Kart with.
Your inflection made it sound like a statement.
It sounded. We interpreted it as you saying that you already played strip Mario Kart with them, and that's why you hate that idea.
And then you're like, I don't like it any more than you guys.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Like they tied you up and made you do it.
Wow.
I'll play that for you, Mike. You'll hear it.
Anyway,
so Chris Gardner asks, any chance of a strip Mortal Kombat rematch?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Might have to be. We gotta like.
If it does, you'll have to tag Vanessa's other account.
Yeah,
I think we should go to Yestercase and we could live stream it right there.
He loses his first match. Like, all right, takes off his shirt or takes off his pants.
I'm gonna lose them all on purpose.
He wants to see how many articles of clothing he can take off before we get thrown out.
Mm-hmm. We'll have an over-under on that.
I'm pretty sure the second I'm standing there, no fucking shoes.
All right. So thank you, Chris, for the question. Tyler Gillette asks.
Wait, Chris. Oh, that was Chris Gardner. The Bush Liquor. The Bush Liquor hasn't checked in. I know he's out there, but he hasn't checked in a while.
Yeah.
Tyler Gillette asks, with the recent release of Doom Eternal and the even more recent me beating the fuck out of that game. Okay. I started thinking about what made the game so great. Not only is the insanely brutal and gory bounce of owner, I don't think the game should be half of what it is without the crushingly awesome metal soundtrack. Jed can attest to how amazing the Doom 2016 soundtrack is. Throwback to back and forth. What are some of the most metal video game soundtracks of your time? And how important do you think they are to the overall memorable experience of the game? Love the show. Stay safe. Dude's wife is still cringy as fuck in that video, Mike. Heart emoji.
The Packers, was he?
I don't know what he's referring to.
Oh man, the first thing that pops into my head when I think video game soundtrack is the final fight in Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking crazy ass music and shit, man. That there was a lot of great music in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Music definitely makes a difference, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it's not a make or break as far as playing video games go, but it definitely adds something when you got an awesome score that goes along with whatever it is you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting fact is that I was watching a making of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they were saying about how when they redid the music for that, they actually made 3 different versions of the same track so that it was in a different tempo, so that it was seamless when you would move from a situation where it was like, lulled to a situation where it was like, exciting and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it didn't sound like the music was actually breaking and going into a new piece. So it actually transitions like real smoothly, but it's in the same stanza.
That's interesting.
And you're right. Final Fantasy music, just in general, is it. I mean, they done concerts with it and they tour on all that stuff. So
you know what else is interesting? Check the chat. but look close though. Zoom in on it.
Yeah, no, I see it.
Yeah. MB13, Ace Hitler.
That's great.
He should come with his own music too.
Wow.
Levy, were you gonna answer?
Well, for me, I have that fighting game background. Character themes are very important in those games. Just as far as like evoking the personality and the feel of the character. I love fighting game music. I love the character themes. Ken, Guile, Zangief, and they're all iconic. Balrog is one of my personal favorites. And then like you also have people who do like remixes and new arrangements on songs and stuff, and they all sound they sound fantastic. And it's always sometimes like when I'm cleaning or when I'm working, I'll actually listen to fighting game soundtracks.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. There was Burnout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was the car racing game? They Takedown, I know, but all those tracks that they used on the music that they had for that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love being able to have like all the different type of genres of music, from like emo to heavy metal, while you're playing that stuff. I think that, I don't know about you, but I know a lot of times when I'm playing like games that don't have a good soundtrack, I'll play my own soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
While I was playing like person shooter day or whatever.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I remember the most is besides those games and of course Final Fantasy, is that there was an 80s game for the Commodore. It was called Suicide Express. And it had this really cool, catchy, like freaking music that was playing in the background, but it was like all synth based on the console itself, or the computer, I guess. And I always remember that as like being, like a really cool. And like when the first Dungeons and Dragons game came out for the Commodore called Cool Radiance, it had a really cool like orchestra type of sounding to it. So I think that it's important that video games have something that's going to be unique and memorable instead of just a bunch of bands on it.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler's right, that Doom soundtrack from 2016 was awesome. So I think it's really important that they take the time for that.
Was it a specific soundtrack for the game, or was it a bunch of songs by like actual bands?
No, specific soundtrack for the game.
Yeah,
but it was like
it was
a
really
real
good.
Heavy metal fucking soundtrack.
Real heavy. It was really good. So I think it's really important. That was his question, right, Levy? How important is it for video games to have that?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely important. It's just as important, I think, as it is for movies.
Oh yeah.
So
they always say that that you have the best looking film or video in the world, but if your sound quality is shit, it'll just ruin it.
Yeah.
I can make like some eye destroying CGI for something, and if you have static in it or if it's out of sync or something like that, it'll ruin the whole presentation. So it sounds really important, especially when it comes to video games.
Tyler PM'd me a Fuel song like out of nowhere. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday.
Like, he just dropped a YouTube link to a Fuel song, and I'm not really even much of a Fuel fan, to be honest with you, but I was like, all right, so I fucking clicked on it. I'll tell you what, it's a fucking cool song, man.
Is it
Won't Back Down? It was off his Daredevil soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
But it was actually kind of like a heavy tune, man. You know, I don't know, all the shit that I heard of Fuel. I guess I never really listened to a Fuel album before. What the fuck is so fucking funny now?
I'm looking at the freaking picture of Sean Connery you posted in the messages in his Zardoz costume.
He looks like he could be called Ace Hitler.
Ace Hitler.
Ace
Hitler.
Wow.
You should look at what I posted in there.
I'm going.
I don't know why. Yeah, I just thought this was fucking hilarious.
I don't see anything.
No, not in the Discord. In the in the messenger chat.
That is pretty funny.
I would explain it, but it's not even. It wouldn't be funny if I explained it.
No.
It's getting to that time of night, man.
Yeah. I heard a joke in the underwater movie. Mm-hmm. It's woodfish say when it swam into a wall. Damn.
Moving on.
It's not that fucking late.
Yeah. So yeah, Tyler, music is very, very important to video games for all of us, I think. So yeah, thanks for the question. Man,
damn.
I am getting tired here. Jared Bell posted a picture of the guy from is that Randy from South Park where he's covered in jizz.
Okay.
And it says Fans Toys Jazz and Mirage reveal. So, but we already talked about that. So
I'm not a fan. So I'm just gonna let you guys know. I know you guys are all into it, but I'm not a fan of them.
No one cares what you think, Jed.
I know.
John Hangen, our friend John, posts, "Holy heck, Jed Vargo got muscles," referring to the picture that I posted for tonight's Q&A post.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, you should probably take a look at it. It's pretty funny.
I probably should. Now that you mention it, I'm afraid to look now.
Did you look at it, Mike?
What? Why is
I saw it. Yeah.
Jed Vargo in my fucking... I don't look like that, dude.
I don't know. Maybe John thinks you do. But did you
I think what John's trying to say is that he thinks that you do a hell of a lot of masturbating.
Me? I would think it would be Levy.
Well, yeah, that's a given. My arm don't look like that, though.
You switch off so you even it out, right?
Well, you know, don't want to look lopsided.
Right.
But, yeah, so this guy is actually Matthias Schlitt. He's a German arm wrestler, which is why he has that giant Popeye arm.
Wow.
Just a real pic? That can't be. Is that this a real picture?
It is, yeah. Look up Matthias Schlitt.
He's like fucking Sylvester Stallone from Over the Top, where he's just fucking pulling down the weights while he's driving the truck to go over the top.
Yeah. No, right? That's not Photoshop, Mike. That is really his arm.
Oh, but so okay, so it says here he has a genetic, I'm reading it right now. It says has a rare genetic disorder that makes his right arm larger than his left.
Yeah.
The picture I'm looking at has like he's putting his hands together like praying hands, but it looks like a little kid's hand and like an adult hand. Except that the big hand's actually humongous, but holy fuck. So it's not like he just went into the gym and just did fucking all one-sided curls. He has something fucking,
I guess, yeah,
wrong with it.
I mean, he does train that arm, obviously. I think. Yeah. So, but
wild as hell.
Talk about getting served some lemons and making lemonade. He becomes a world arm wrestling champion and masturbator.
If I was like that dude and I got into a fist fight, I would throw haymakers all on my left because nobody would ever think I was coming. Can you imagine getting knocked out by that dude and you didn't even get knocked out by like the good arm? You got knocked out by the skinny arm and shit. That's embarrassing.
The Popeye thing, we're just winding up the right arm and hit him with the left.
And then pop him with the left, yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? The episode of Rick and Morty where he got that big giant arm.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, what was he from Game of Thrones? Or just rolling with one arm the whole time?
Oh, fucking
Gendry.
Yeah.
I saw him Photoshop with one giant arm somewhere too.
Josh writes, our good friend Josh Lawrence from SLB Vlog. Do you think
who's in on the Ace Hitler?
What's that?
I said, who's in on the Ace Hitler?
God.
I'm gonna get 2, one to keep in the box.
Do you think that Hasbro will do exclusives for the G.I. Joe line? If so, who do you want to see as an exclusive? Personally speaking, SDCC exclusive set of the Dreadnoks. No, absolutely. I see them doing exclusives. I think I could see them doing exclusives for characters that were like mailaways in the original Real American Hero line, like the original Sergeant Slaughter or Refrigerator Perry. You know,
could you see him? Could you see him doing an exclusive maybe for characters that had more than one, like a old Snake or like the regular?
I can see them doing an old Snake.
Cobra Command is like the metal head or whatever, but then if they do an exclusive with the cloth, like the
wasn't
the
cloth hood originally a mail away?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think that was a mail away. So yeah, I could definitely see that.
Nemesis Enforcer.
Yeah, those guys would be dope as fuck, dude. I would definitely be in on them too, man. All of them.
How about
Galabulus, Pythona. Nemesis Enforcer would just be such a badass action figure.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see there. I don't. You know, it's hard to say what you think that they're going to be, because I mean, your guess is as good as my guess is as good as anybody's guess.
Yeah.
But one thing that you could probably say for sure is that there will be exclusives, because that's just the way things go nowadays, man. Everything has an exclusive.
As long as the exclusives, like maybe you're available online too, kind of like how they did Snake Eyes, you know?
Right.
Just at the show, then that would suck. Then
one of the things that they could do is, if they do start doing lines of vehicles, is do those the Tiger Force repaints. You know, the when they just like repainted the vehicles and made like sub teams out of them and stuff. I remember the first one they did that with was like the Tiger Force, where they like the story was that like they repainted some of their own vehicles, but then they repainted some captured Cobra vehicles. So you had like a Tiger striped Rattler, and whatnot. So maybe do one of those vehicles in a Tiger Force freaking deco or whatever other freaking team.
Would you buy an exclusive if it was just all the G.I. Joe animals, like Junkyard and fucking
Polly,
or like guys' fucking Timber, or like what was Deep Six's fucking dolphin, didn't he, or some shit?
Shipwreck's Polly. Did you mention Polly already?
Yeah, we mentioned Polly. He had the dog. You can imagine like you just have the dolphin like laying there on the shelf, like he's not in like water or anything. He's just kind of laying there next to the dog.
If you listen closely, you can hear him gasping for breath. So let's look at any other questions. Brother Kyle writes, YouTube blows every day, even on Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
He hates
really
it
hates
too,
it too, man.
Yeah, he does.
He has a question in the Discord chat.
Oh, does he?
It was right around time we told Josh to fuck off.
Yes. Brother Kyle also writes, my question, do you guys think that after this whole thing dies down, people will have a newfound appreciation for service industry workers? Not just for my job, but for like grocery store employees and janitors and trash collectors, etc., or will they immediately go back to being cunts whenever someone accidentally forgets their extra side of ranch dressing? Personally, I plan on pulling that card every chance I get. Sorry I'm late. I was busy being essential. Also, please remind listeners to remember to throw away their goddamn rubber gloves instead of leaving them in the fucking parking lots. So,
yeah, you know what? People are fucking assholes that way, man. Like, throw your fucking shit away, dude.
Yeah, but
fucking
absolutely,
man.
fucking, it's disgusting. People are just awful. And on that same note, yeah, people have extremely short memories too, astoundingly short. And as soon as shit goes back to normal, they're gonna go back to being selfish, narcissistic, fucking pricks that think about nothing but themselves. So
I would hate to second that, Levy, but I mean, we have not recent proof of that, but recent enough. Like, we remember when 9/11 went down. The next like month or two after 9/11, man, you see
everybody was being super fucking friendly with each other and shit. And if you seen a dude like, you know, walking down the street with a big ass American flag, it was like everybody fucking cheered at him, and you know, like everybody was all unified and blah 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 blah. And then 3 months after, it was like everybody was fucking cunts again, man.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's human nature, man.
You can tell how good of a person you are by how soon after the attacks you jerked off.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know where he was going with that, but
I didn't. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, how soon you jerked off after the attacks is how good of a person you are. I mean, for me, it was between the towers.
I was going to say, yeah, this dude.
Holy shit.
I'm just kidding. I can't take credit for that. That's a Louis C.K. bit. And so I can take credit for that.
Yikes.
I'm not going to be a joke thief and not give credit. So
I would be more than happy not to give credit for yourself on that thing. Wow.
No, but seriously, people are cunts. People are cunts, and they're going to be. Yeah. They're always going to be, no matter what happens, no matter what goes down. That you think that people might start thinking about other people for a change, other than their own selfish needs and whatnot. But one thing I found is humanity as a whole will never let you down when it comes to being an asshole.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I would hate to completely even more rain on this parade, but like people ain't even really being cool right now. Like people are being fucking assholes.
Look at the rubber gloves everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, dude, that's how it should go down. Everybody should fucking count their blessings and be like, oh man, this is awesome, but that's just not how it goes.
Think of the state of mind of a normal asshole person right now, right? Not only are they bitching and complaining that they can't get their fucking shipments on time, or that the fucking pizza guy was late or some shit like that because he was fucking busy delivering to more houses than he normally does, or that you don't get your paper on time, or they don't have enough fucking stuff stocked up at their local supermarket.
Or you go party on spring break.
Yeah, but on top of all that, they're going, when the fuck am I going to get my free money? And when's it coming?
Oh, yeah.
So it's I think that's going to be the basic mentality of everybody out there, except for the better people.
Yeah.
So sorry, brother Kyle. Make sure you get that cider ranch on every order. I didn't order ranch, but this guy just gave me a cup of ranch. Look how awesome is he?
No, they're gonna be like, fuck this ranch.
I said no onions, those fucking pricks. All right. So for the last one, Muhammad Narula from Hardcore Collectors. Narula? I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize for.
I'm sure you're butchering it, but I don't know how to say his last name either. But we know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but he asks, "Will this be a special Corona Apocalypse episode?" It's a very special episode.
There are always apocalyptic episodes every 2 weeks.
Yeah. You know what? We better get used to this shit, man, because I don't know. We can't really project the future of like when this whole thing is going to be over, but I think that we're going to be recording this way for a little while, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all have VR goggles, right? So what we'll do is I'll 3D model up a fucking room with the mixer and everything like that. And we can walk in and sit down at our places and just record that way.
There you go. Yeah. He also asks, where has Levy been getting the constant fresh supply of memes? I'm the fucking meme lord, man. I just,
I just find places to steal them.
Absolutely. I am the meme lord. I think this might be a reference to, there's a group I'm in called Hardcore Memes and Things. And they just recently posted the group participation, like how many posts people have had in the last 30 days or whatever. And I was at the top with 87 posts.
You are the meme lord indeed.
I am the meme lord. Every time I see a meme that makes me laugh, I freaking go there and I post it. So, I mean, Doug Bible has me beat, but he's like an admin, so I don't think he's eligible for that anymore.
What would be your favorite meme of the last few days?
Last few days? Oh, man, I don't know. Let me see. Well, that one I just posted was pretty funny. You know what one I love is the ones that say "Follow me for more recipes," and it's just like something horrid, like fucking slices of hot dogs strung on spaghetti.
The banana bread with just bananas shoved into the loaf of bread.
Yeah, follow me for more recipes.
Did you see the one with the paper towel where you cut it in half? It says "Follow me for recipes."
Yeah, yeah. There's one I just posted today where it's the one from of Grant Gustin from The Flash in front of Oliver's grave, and he's like doing that, yeah, you know. And this one says on the gravestone, it says "Me dead because my work didn't close for the virus," and then it says over Grant Gustin, it says "My work."
Actually, really I thought the chick with the fucking gun was my favorite.
That one was pretty funny too.
Today because she's basically shooting targets, Mike, on a fence, right? Like somebody posted a comment that says "You fuck everything on the other side of the fence," I guess.
Wait! You broke up. I didn't hear any of that
she's target shooting with an AR.
Yeah.
At a fence, like in her backyard. They put a target on the fence in their backyard, and the caption says, "Letting my teenage daughter shoot the AR for the first time today. Teach him young and teach him right." And then someone commented, "Fuck everything on the other side of that fence, I guess."
Yeah, look in the Discord chat. I posted in there.
Another one that I like is like those old timey medieval paintings that people just like turn into modern memes. You ever see those? Like the one I posted the other day about the horse knowing you're a bitch, where it says
that one was really funny. I saw that one on Danny's wall too.
When you acting hard in front of the squad, but your horse knows you a bitch, and the horse is giving him the meanest fucking side eye. It's so fucking funny. Did you see this one yet, Jed?
Which one?
Here, I'll post it in the Discord chat.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the one with the fox. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Your horse knows you a bitch.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I recently made one. I took a screen. I had taken a screenshot of Oregon Trail and added the new caption, "You have coronavirus."
You made that?
Yeah, I made that.
Wow. I saw that at other places besides on your wall.
Yeah.
Huh. You should get a watermark that shit, Levy.
There's fucking Pickle Rick memes are popping up too. There's one from the end of Batman: The Killing Joke. And Joker says, and then he calls himself, and he starts laughing. And he says, "Pickle Rick," and then Batman starts laughing, and then he chokes the Joker. It's funny when you look at that one, but there's another one with Dr. Manhattan.
He's rolling. He's just going. He's like a stand-up right now. He's like, the crowd didn't laugh. I'm just gonna move on to the next joke.
Yeah. There's one with Dr. Manhattan that says, "I have walked across the surface of the sun. I have witnessed a man turn himself into a pickle. It was the funniest shit I will ever see." If you can just picture him talking in his deadpan tone of voice and everything, it's just really funny. Did you see the one with Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect, where it says "Quarantine Day 1"? And they're all
day 7.
And in quarantine day 7, bloody Ric Flair has me fucking. That's probably my favorite one. The bloody Rick and then the disheveled freaking Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Did you see that one, Jed?
I did.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh man.
Now it's that time of the night, Mike.
Yeah. It's time. Was that the question?
Yeah, that was the last one.
What did the fish say when it hit the wall?
Oh God, shut up.
Damn.
Oh, did you see the one with Kirk talking to the red shirts? Can you pop out and pick up a few things at the supermarket for me?
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
All right, Levy, let's let people see the memes on your wall instead of telling everybody about all of them.
Oh, you can edit a bunch of this shit out.
Nah.
All right, well, yeah, that's it then for listener questions. I'm so fucking tired.
Yay! So, final thoughts, Levy?
I'm fucking tired. That's my
fuck you, John Bailey. That's my final thought. What if John Bailey got coronavirus?
Wow, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm like staring at the MB13 Ace Hitler picture. It's like just leading to bad thoughts.
It's leading to hatred.
It's just staring at me. Oh Christ, Mike. Final thoughts.
You know what? It's at the buzzer. I'm gonna quick put in my entry for favorite meme because this one's pretty fucking funny. I like that one. I got nothing to add except for I hope everybody. You like it. I hope everybody's being safe and being smart and staying the fuck away from people and doing everything that they need to be doing. And I can't wait till this whole thing is fucking over with, so we can start being semi-normal again. And that's all I got. Everybody good?
I'm good.
All right, that's enough. We're out.